2015 world champion of this very competition. Abdulaziz, fantastic to have you here. We have Italy ready to take on Thailand. Which way do you see it, my friend?
Oh yes, what a game we have on our hands. Italy that has probably multiple world champion, which is El Torito. And we have also Thailand, where they have a very talented player. But we are talking about two versus two here. It's not one against one anymore. It's two versus two. Combination of two players. It's really difficult match.
Well, it is indeed, and it looks like Italy here starting really well. Torito makes the first strike. He'll win his team a corner.
That was really nice fake shot at the edge of the box, and he tried to put it, let's say, on the far post, but that was a very good save from the goalkeeper.
Yeah, a much needed one indeed. One thing I love about this competition is we get to see the heart rate on this as well. So
oh my God.
you see Torito there, bottom left, 134. He saw that chance to score the first goal of this competition. Corner though for Italy, punched away. Second chance perhaps on the way soon for the Azzurri. Of course, didn't feature last year. They'll be chomping at the bit to try and make something happen. What a force they've got with them, of course.
Yeah, as we can see, we have 6 minutes passed already. Italy is like controlling the game, creating more chances, trying to take full advantage. Or, I mean, to be honest, we didn't see much of Thailand at the moment.
Yeah, it's been defensive work, the name of the game. Elsewhere, we have an early goal. It's Turkey taking on Saudi Arabia and the host nation behind early on. So Turkey continuing where they left off last year.
Oh yes, I mean that was very nice goal, you know. Khalid and then through. Very good finish, very nice start from Turkey. But yeah, it's still too early. I think there is another goal also from Jordan probably.
Well, we'll keep an eye on around the grounds for now. Thailand are venturing forward for their first game. That one though flagged for offside. Here is that goal you were talking about, Abdulaziz.
Oh my God, Jordan is leading 1-0 against the favorite team, Indonesia.
That is a very, very big shot there. That was Virgil van Dijk up from the corner that finished that goal there.
Yes. But you know, as we said earlier, it doesn't matter if you are the current world champion or you have won multiple champions, World Cup champions. You are here, you need to prove that. And that shows the level is very close.
Well, Italy venturing forward here. It's Naples here with a chance, blocked. At the first time of asking by Thailand, it will come right back at them though. The Azzurri trying to turn the screw here in the opening 20. But elsewhere, there has been a goal between Morocco and Mexico. This the second of the game, an equaliser by Morocco.
Wow.
All action here.
Oh my God, goals, you know, coming in. And oh, Mario, nice goal. You know, as far as we see at the moment, especially on this game, Italy took full advantage and they tried, and they are creating more chances, but sometimes if you do not score, you will definitely concede.
Here's the replay. First real chance of the game by Thailand. That had the heart rate spiking on the blue side of the stage. The players locked into their pods down on the arena floor for the next 3 rounds. Approaching the first 25 minutes of the game. Thailand corner, headed into danger and dealt with, I believe, by Italy. And they'll have a chance now to venture forward themselves.
Yes, as we can see at the moment, we are talking about 2 different teams with 2 different play style. Indonesia or Thailand came from Asia, and Italy, the, let's say, European classic style, where they try to keep the ball and create chances either from the wing or from the middle.
I can tell you there's been a goal elsewhere. They had a miserable time last year, but the Blue Samurai of Japan have struck here. It's Figo, I believe, who tucks this one home. to score first. So Japan on the board here in the first round of matches.
Oh yes, I mean, who expected that Jordan will lead against Indonesia? And now also we see that Saudi Arabia is also losing against Turkey. And yeah, it's pretty close here, huh?
Yeah, that chance almost for Thailand, but for the referee's assistant holding the flag up. So the first half still 0-0 between Italy and Thailand, the battle of two world champions. Cannot be split so far.
Yeah, I think we have a goal here.
Well, here's the goal you're talking about. It's
Oh,
bullet in. And that makes it 2, I believe.
Oh, yes.
So 2-0 to Jordan.
Oh my God, Jordan, I mean, they come here for business, you know? Oh, that's a nice goal.
Very nice goal against the nation that won it handedly last year.
You know something, always the first game is like the hardest game. If you do not win, if you do not play well, sometimes it will affect, let's say, the other game. And I think that's what's exactly happening with Indonesia.
Oh, chance for Thailand to trouble the Italian defence, but, well, looking elsewhere, it seems that Indonesia, and it seems so strange to say this, they're the nation that have to stop the rot earlier on in game one.
Exactly.
But late on in the first half, Thailand corner on the far side. The Italians famous for their defence. Can they produce a defensive performance here? They'll need to at the latter stages of the first half. And that one cleared out of danger, up for a goal kick. Just looking at the heart rate, 130 plus for most of our Thai representatives.
Yeah, sometimes being a little bit nervous is good for the players to stay more focused.
So Fonket tries to pump one forward. Just me on the ball now, crosses it early, tries to make the goalkeeper work, called into action, and I wonder if there's maybe one last attack of the half here. Which way will it go? To Italy or Thailand? It's been a bit of a slow start really for both nations, but I think the referee would have seen enough at the end of half number one. Our first 45 minutes of our featured match ends goalless.
Yes, I think we saw Italy playing really well in the first 15 minutes in game time. And then it's all about Thailand, to be honest. But still, the game is very close. I think it will be a draw, I think, with the way both teams playing. Oh, that was very close.
Yeah, we'll jump into Mexico against Morocco. The Mexicans last year did not compete in this competition this year, proving that they're worthy of being here. That one, oh, was a strong save, and it needed to be. So we'll just follow this one through to half-time. As the corner comes in, we're going to be looking a lot for Jan Koller, the tall man, the target man in the box, trying to head and finish those ones. Oh, and there is the cross, but the header off target, just flattered to deceive there.
So close. I mean, how could Cristiano miss something like that? But yeah, until now, the big surprise for me is Indonesia losing 2-0 against Jordan.
Yeah.
Is Jordan the dark horse?
Could well be. I mean, Saif Al-Haka, he is someone who has been there or thereabouts in the 1 versus 1 game, does so well in the Arab League, as Mexico here are trying to pour forward. He would love to put Jordan on the map in the FIFAe World Cup featuring eFootball console 2025. That one is at half-time now, 1-1. We'll jump into the second half here. It's a South American derby, Brazil-Chile.
Yes.
I think a lot of eyes this tournament, Abdulaziz, will be on João Victor. He talks the talk, but more often than not, he can back it up as well with his skills. He's a different type of player, likes to use those skill moves.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of 2 versus 2, because it's not only about you. You have to be really good with your partner to know when you can attack, when you create chances, when you defend together, and then let's see and take it from there. But up until this moment, Chile is playing really well, and they give Brazil hard time.
Yeah, Brazil definitely the favourites in that match, but back on over to our Battle of the World Champions. The second half is underway now between Thailand and Italy. They're going to tweak some things, so let's go and see how Japan and Poland are doing. Obviously, we saw Japan get that earlier goal. Poland will be disappointed with how that went down, but Japan last year, they really never got going. They made it so difficult on themselves. They tried everything they could. They made half-time substitutes of players holding the controllers. And they were out in the group stages. But Poland, well, that's a really nice
what a save.
Saved well. It will be a Polish corner here early on in the second half.
Probably losing from last year for Japan. Let's say gave them a lot of experience to come again and try, because winning against Poland is not something easy at all.
Certainly is not. The Poles have a corner far side. We still remember last year, as we go back to our featured match between Italy and Thailand, just acts of Japan holding his head in his towel once Japan got eliminated in the group stages. He was absolutely heartbroken. So it's a new year, a new opportunity, as Italy's corner is defended well, or has it, as the goalkeepers have to come a long way. It's cleared though.
I mean, until now, Italy needs to find solutions. They need to do something. It's either they need to create chances from the middle. Okay, here is another goal.
The third time of
Mexico, Mexico is leading. Oh, finally, we see the first goal of this match. And I think Italy, yes. So Italy is leading 1-0. Thailand. They played well so far, but I think that was very well deserved goal.
Yeah, you can just see it.
Oh, nice goal.
Headed down, isn't it? It all stems from a mistake in the midfield by Thailand. And you cannot give SURTOU and Naples that kind of opportunity, because that will come back to bite you. They've made them pay. And Thailand now trail Italy 1-0.
I think Italy played really smart in this game. They waited patiently for the goal, and once they had the chance...
Oh, Indonesia on the board.
Really, yeah. So, yeah, that's what happened with Italy. Now, it's all about, let's say, defense, because they may only need this goal to win this match.
Based on how Thailand have been attacking, you definitely think that their goals have been coming few and far. Obviously, SURTOU on the ball now. Tries to weave his way in and find his countrymate. Come back out here, long range strike maybe available. Oh, who is that? Oh,
what a ball.
In the box, but offside, just went a bit too early.
You know, I think the chemistry between the two players of Italy is like really, really good. The movement, the weight, the timing of the pass, it shows there is a huge chemistry between these two players. And probably that's what SURTOU and Naples were working on, you know?
Absolutely. Here in the South American derby, Brazil, Chile, still 0-0, and with only 10 minutes plus a little bit of change left on the clock, we're starting to see those heart rates creep up now. We're in crunch time in this match. Elsewhere, Japan still lead Poland 1-0. I'm looking between Saudi Arabia and Turkey. That one is 2-2.
Yes.
So goals around the grounds make the results so interesting here, Abdulaziz.
What a game. I mean, 2-2, the first game. Who did you predict?
I would have thought Turkey there, so that is really, really fascinating. But here, Poland, they would love an equaliser, but Japan are standing strong. Back to our featured match, Thailand, having to defend.
Of course, that's what they have to do. But if they want to come back in this game, they will need to come a little bit out of defense and try to create chances.
0-0, Brazil, Chile. Something tells me there's a bit of drama to come here between these two nations in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's only a matter of one goal, to be honest.
On paper, Brazil, by far and away the favourites.
Is that...
Well, is this the chance? No. Smartly out with Chile. And Fixito and Waghorn, well, they have potentially produced the first feel of a result, if you will, of this tournament so far. 4 minutes left, and Brazil starting to pour forward. There might even be 3 points in it for them here if they can find a breakthrough of the Brazilian defence.
And yeah, I mean, to be honest, Chile, they are playing really, really well. I mean, the chemistry between the two players, it shows in the game. They are controlling the game up until this moment. Nothing much left. And Brazil, but that's what happens with always. I mean, the first game, believe me, the first game is always like the hardest game.
Well, Italy still chasing a second goal here. As Thailand are being well and truly looked at.
Mexico probably, yes.
To make it 3-1 against Morocco there.
Yeah.
Great start for Mexico, of course, did not feature last year. They're proving their worth. So 20 in-game minutes remain for Italy to defend their lead and for Thailand to try and ask some kind of question to the Azzurri and see if they can find at least one chance here. But it's been all Italy so far,
yes,
from what we've seen.
Honestly, I mean, Italy, from the very first minute, they were controlling the game. They were playing how they want. They scored the first goal, and they are probably closer to score the second goal more than Thailand coming back to this game, to be honest.
Here is bullet for Italy. One of their phase 1 players, their key players. They chose one of the first 3 players on the team sheet for them.
Yeah, CR7, Van Dijk and Gullit for Italy.
The tactic seems to be working so far. The draft seems to fit their play style. At least that's what we're seeing so far against one of their toughest opponents here in the group, in Group A. That's another Thailand mistake. Estorito on the ball, out to Naples now. Far side to Hullet. This is the 3-time world champion Estorito. Can't find his countryman though. And now Thailand, can they break? Nice, still there. What can the world champion of this day do? Nice ball roll, stunning strike as well. But blocked, and Italy survive.
Still almost 7 in-game minutes time left. Thailand, they will need to change something because it seems the current formation and tactic is not really working. Otherwise, I think Italy will, let's say, seal the deal in this game.
That's a really nice chance though for Thailand. Forces the save from Italy.
Yes, that's what they need to do. They will need to be a little bit more creative, go to the mid, to the wing, try to find gaps, and strike from there.
It's that epic Christian Vieri chosen in phase 2 by Thailand with the best chance of the game for them so far. Well, reigning champions Indonesia in their first match are staring down the barrel of defeat, but here's a really nice chance. Here's Elga, crosses it through!
Oh, wow. They came back.
What a time to jump to this match. Risky Faidan, the man on your screen, equalises with time left on the clock. And Jordan, they'll be kicking themselves. 2-0 up, it's now 2-2.
I mean, you cannot throw 2-0 lead away easily that way. But it shows how good Indonesia are. Because to come back against not an easy team like Jordan, and probably they can also add another goal to win this game, you know?
Well, we'll keep an eye on that one. Indonesia back on level terms. Doubt them at your peril. I just wonder if we've really seen enough from Thailand so far in this game to see an equaliser from them here. There's been one, maybe two good chances. Something tells me Italy have that defensive mentality to survive here. So 90th minute. Cleared by SURTOU.
You know,
Italy have possession. It's so tough to get the ball back, isn't it?
of course it is. And I think... Oh, okay, I think there is one more chance probably.
Italian shirts are just diving in. They're putting their bodies on the line here at the FIFA World Cup 2025 with Italy in possession of the football. And we're in the 4th of 4 minutes added on. This is the last chance here for Thailand. Surely not. It's from 3 trying to cross it through. But it's cleared by Italy. And Italy win 1-0. The battle of the world champions.
Welcome to our second feature game here at FIFA eFootball 2025. Italy versus Brazil, and Abdulaziz, as we were saying on the desk, a very different style of play now for Brazil.
Yeah, but first I'm happy to have you here.
Yes, it's lovely to be here. I've moved rooms, I've quick hopped about 20 metres, and now here I am, and already there's a chance for Brazil, and this is what I'm looking forward to seeing.
You are welcome, brother. So, we have a very tough game now. As we saw earlier in the first round, Italy won the first game, let's say in a very convincing way. Brazil started the day, let's say, in a very tough way because they faced Chile, who will really give them a hard time.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this level, no one is going to find it easy. And Brazil, even though they're sort of in that conversation for potential victors here, they are no different. Of course, as well as our feature game, there are plenty of other matches going along, and Mexico have taken the lead early doors against Poland.
Oh, yeah, that's a really nice goal, you know, when you have a taller player like Jan Kuller, where he can win every air battle, you know. That will make things very easy for your players.
Well, Italy come into this one off the back of a nervy victory over Thailand, but still an impressive one. Any win against those guys is a good one, but this is a great chance to counter. Poor Italy nearly there. Great defending from Brazil in the end.
Yes, this game is very, let's say, both of the players, you know, have won multiple world champions. Italy, you know, we have Incrível, where he won many world championships. And of course, for Brazil, we have Joga, who also won the World Cup. So let's say the battle of the champions, as we say here. And also, it is not an easy game. This is really nice ball. Oh, what a ball.
Brazil living up to their name. You can see why this squad is so respected. Henriquinho in the team this year as well. Wasn't he last year and Brazil finished second? Drafted in.
Oh, that's really nice. I mean, attacking from the mid and trying to find the gap. Even SURTOU doesn't know what happened there, but that was really, really nice goal. Patience, chemistry, and the score, finding the gap between the defense.
Yeah,
and
lovely pass.
Very nice finish,
Fantastic touch. It was that touch right here that just takes them away from the Italian defence. And then who else but Ronaldinho?
Oh, what a goal.
Always playing with that smile on his face.
Probably Brazil now, let's say, found the moment, you know, where they can at least shine and show their quality. As we can see here, is that Thailand taking the lead against Saudi, no? Oh, yes.
Yes, so Thailand scored their first goal of the competition after being eased to a loss in the last game. In our feature game, there is a substitution, so we'll jump temporarily to Jordan versus Japan. Jordan, who had such a good start against Indonesia. They pinned back, but lots of positives for them to take from going 2-0 up against Indonesia.
Exactly. I mean, they started the game very well. They scored the first, they scored the second goal. But you know, Indonesia is still Indonesia. They are the world champion. And of course, they came back from a defeat against Georgia like that. It shows a very good mentality and top players.
I think those are the sort of stories that develop while we're here. You know, you can have all this experience and all these accolades, but once you are in this room representing your country, you don't know how you're going to deal with setbacks. You don't know how you're going to deal with the extra pressure. Indonesia, once again, are proving they can deal with that. But Jordan have shown us that, you know, they're not just here to make up the numbers.
Exactly. And also facing Japan, I mean, one of the very best teams in the tournament. It shows, believe me, if they get something from this game, probably we'll see them in the knockouts.
Here we have Indonesia versus Morocco. Indonesia, well, they'll be pleased enough. Italian corner, and they can be strong from these.
Of course, the pieces, I mean, they can definitely get something out of it, but they will need to play it and time it to the right players, so can either hit it directly to the goal or maybe pass it.
Ball comes into the centre, it's a short one. Perhaps too short, not the best corner in the world, but the ball is put back straight into the centre. Brazil clear eventually. I'm just looking at Etorito's heart rate. We saw in the last, in the desk, that it was really low, but this is about as high as it's been.
Oh yes, but this one's like 163. It's probably like the highest we have in the tournament so far.
Oh, nearly a chance for the second one. It's not going to go in, it's off the post. Italy made some changes, and they've earned their equaliser.
What a goal. Italy worked so hard for this goal, tried many ways, and they got what they deserved. 1-1, game on.
That was the turn again. The defender completely left going the wrong way. Buffon did what he could against Italy. It feels not to say that, but you know he has to play the game. Did what he could to turn that back, but the save maybe could be said was too central.
Honestly, I think that was a little bit harsh. But anyway, Italy deserved the goal. Brazil, they need to work out again. They will need to find it. Wow, did I miss it?
That was an absolute stunner there from Poland.
Oh wow. We can have the replay, of course.
Well, back to this one. And Brazil, after that glorious first goal, eventually do get undone by the set piece. It was from the corner, and never were quite able to clear their lines. And eventually Italy, after putting the ball back into the box, were able to make it count. So that choice that Brazil have made to go for more flair players, to maybe a little bit smaller, a little bit lighter and faster. We've seen both sides of it so far in this match.
Yes, but here we have a very dangerous attack. Brazil, are they going? No need for that to move.
Yeah. I agree, that was one too many. You had a shooting chance, just take it, especially with another player coming up the left side. A rebound from the goalkeeper led to all sorts of trouble there for Italy.
As we can see here, Indonesia probably scoring the first goal against Morocco. We probably may see the first win for Indonesia in this tournament.
Yeah, looking good for Indonesia. And as it goes on, as they're trying to break into the playoffs and beyond, that point may well be valuable. Anyway, here's Brazil, a good knockdown. Oh, it's not going all the way in. It is.
Oh, lucky.
We talk about their flair, but that was your classic eFootball goal. Big ball into the middle, knocked down, and there's your finish.
Oh yeah, I mean, there was a little bit of luck over there, but they worked hard for that goal. They tried to build up very well. They found the gap between the defense, and they break down.
Still looking very relaxed. You know, we've heard some huge cheering around the room, but I'd say in this round of matches, everyone's seeming to lock in a little bit more rather than show the passion.
I think because it is too early to celebrate, but yeah, we will definitely see more passion by the time the tournament goes on, you know. But yeah, what a goal! I mean, huge luck, but this is part of the game.
Of course, and you have to take those opportunities when they do come, and it was great bravery as well to be diving in there where it hurts. What sort of player were you back in your day? Were you loud or were you a bit more quiet and introspective?
It depends on the situation.
Okay.
If I am in the semi-final of a World Cup and it's like one goal away from reaching the final, I'll definitely shout out. But it depends on the situation. How about you?
I like being loud. I like being loud and proud.
Oh my
Nearly
God.
got the ears at the post again, and the touch was poor afterwards.
So unlucky.
Yeah, we've had a post hit there. It's a dramatic match. Our feature match was well chosen.
Exactly. I mean, you see some lucky goals there, and then you see unlucky situation where normally it would go in, to be honest.
Tunisia is going to be 2-0 yesterday.
Really nice.
I guess Morocco looking more like themselves now.
Oh yeah, I think Indonesia found like the moment where they can settle down, play the way they usually play, find the gaps between the defense, and score goals, you know? To come back in the first game against Jordan from 2-0, and now to bring it to the second round and to win 2-0. Honestly, I think Indonesia is like playing the way they want to.
For sure. And Jordan as well proving in this game against Japan that it was no luck that they got those 2 goals earlier on against Indonesia. Really giving Japan, one of our favourites, a tough game, but Japan are working their way forward into the Jordan box. Are you impressed with Jordan so far, what you've seen?
Of course, I mean, Jordan playing really, really well. I mean, getting, let's say, a point from the reigning champions, and now probably they are really, really close to at least get another point. Yeah, it's good, but no, I think they know what they have to do over there.
Oh yeah, I mean, risky but composed as well. I mean, these guys obviously know the game a lot better than I do, and they were confident hospital, that one's going straight back to the goalkeeper. But the ball is beginning to come straight back at them. Maybe their players are tiring.
Oh, if you can see the heartbeat over there. The Japanese players like double the number of heartbeat for the Jordanian players, you know?
Very true. I mean, Japan will be well aware that last year they were favourites in that. Of course, it was an authentic team as well, where the Japanese team is not overpowered, but certainly, from what I heard, they're the best one there on the pitch, and they didn't even make it up the group stage.
Wow.
So they hugely have to make up for it this year.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's why they are, I mean, giving every game, let's say, full focus for concentration.
Yeah, you can't let any point be left on the table when everything's going to be as close as this is. We have another goal here, and it's Poland. They scored the absolute screamer earlier. That one, not so much. That's the sort of goal my flatmates used to tell me off the scoring. Pass across and then put it away.
Oh, that's very simple, very basic, but believe me, it's not easy to do.
No,
especially in this stage.
Yeah, JOGOS as well. Well, Jordan versus Japan. Japan searching for this breakthrough and surging forwards. Double currently on the left wing, try and play it into the centre. Jordan defence.
Yeah, I think
very solid.
Yeah, every time we see Japan against Jordan, I think we see them. I mean, Japan always, let's say, trying to find the gaps. But on the other side, we didn't see much from Jordan. Maybe only defending, which is, of course, one of their strengths. I'm here, someone is clapping.
Yeah,
Morocco?
I'm curious why. I need to keep looking at what I'm looking at. But someone has just applauded. People are happy. Let's see if Thailand can get their next one against Saudi Arabia. Could be an upset here if Saudi Arabia gets a point.
Yes, Saudi got a point in the first round. Now, against Thailand. I mean, believe me, on paper, I think Thailand the favourites. But to get a point from them, I mean, this is also something really, really good.
For Thailand as well. I mean, you lose your first game against Italy, 1-0, fair enough. But then you're going into a game against Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
You're really expecting to get yourself on the board and start going. Thailand need to get motoring.
Exactly, you are completely right over there.
Ball played forward. Thailand need to make sure they keep their composure and stay patient. There's still 30 in-game minutes left, so no need to rush just now. As we head back to our feature game, where Italy have fallen behind against Brazil for the second time in the game. Brazil who just keep on coming against them. Indonesia against Morocco. Do Morocco get something?
Is that Morocco? Yes, yes, Morocco scored that goal. It is 2-1. Yeah, everything is still on the paper.
Good games, really good games this round. Lots of goals flying in, entertaining matchup.
What a goal. What a goal.
Abdulaziz has just seen something. What have you?
Yeah.
Go on, tell the people what you've seen.
Indonesia scored a beautiful goal, and now they are leading 3-1 against Morocco.
Oh, well, there you go. So, Morocco not quite back into it just yet. Still 2 goals to come through. But anyway, here's Brazil. Showing the flair, showing the skills, probing around the Italian box, searching for that third goal. Italy clear long.
You know, Italy have 3 points already. Even losing against Brazil is completely fine, because Brazil here, they need to win more than Italy. As we see, this is the goal, beautiful goal. I mean, they worked hard. They worked so hard on this goal. They went through the wing, across to Roberto Carlos, and then finish in a very stylish way.
Brazil have 25 in-game minutes left to hold on or even increase their lead. For a big 3 points against Italy. Now the ball currently on the left wing, but it is tackled, and this is where Italy look dangerous. Tackling Brazil when they try these skills and then counter-attacking, but they have to time the pass right. They have to get rid of the ball as well. That again looked pretty nervy for a second.
Yeah, because if you made a mistake over there, it's over, you know? Nice. Very nice move from Ronaldinho. Schneider. Romario is that? Oh! He moved the keeper wrongly also, but what a save. Fair enough.
Yeah, he read the shot coming in. I think the shot could have gone on to the other side of the goal, but yeah, you have to say fair enough there. The keeper has a chance like that against him, and he gets anything on it, especially a strong fist that he got.
Oh, no.
A big dive in there. Italy are through the line. Into the centre circle. It's a weak next pass, though. Italy's passing just does not look quite up to their usual high standards at the moment.
Yes, I mean, you cannot miss those passes, especially in the mid. Is that Chile leading 2-0?
Yes, so 2-0 there to Chile. So he's getting a little bit better. 14 in game. It's on the left wing. Italy looking for that pass. They've already come back once. Can they do it again? This is the opportunity they were looking for. Big ball onto the top, headed in. But once again, beaten away by the Brazilians. Yeah, very though. They're winning these first balls. They've got the second. A shooting chance, maybe. Does he shoot or pass? A skill against the Brazilians. There's the wide.
Very nice. I mean, he's very brave, you know. He took his time, he dribbled the player, and he waited for the shot, you know, and for the angle to show up, I would say. But yeah, that was really nice.
That was Etorito as well, using the experience to keep hold of the ball.
Exactly. He's a world champion.
Done it all. You can always tell in these sorts of events when someone has been there, done that. They seem to have more time on the pitch, but his team is losing. Chile are having a much better time with it. Almost through again against Turkey. Turkey still have time to come back, but need to get moving if they are going to. A good match again between Mexico and Poland. Goals flying in everywhere. 3 goals in this one. Is this going to be the 4th?
Oh, beautiful. Oh, another goal here. Okay, 2-1. Turkey can do something here. It is still plenty of time left.
Looking relaxed as well. Looking like they're ready for these last few minutes to really assault their Chilean opponent. There's a big block there in the centre. Good read. One-touch passing. Ball over the top. That is a lovely run as well. And they're taking the time to take a touch on the chest instead of headering. Is that a scary thing to do when you've got that much pressure on you?
Oh, to be honest, I mean, that shows the composure that these kind of players have. And also he put it last day. The far post. Very, very nice goal. And 2-1, you know, still plenty of time left.
Italy get the free kick, and this is a real opportunity. Load that box up and get the ball into the centre. What are you thinking? Do you back Italy? Do you like the way they're playing this?
Believe me, it is so hard to come back, but there is still a chance for Italy to at least score one more goal. For me, I think Brazil will win this game. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Let's see. Italy's ball is like a good one. It has found a man. Ball into the middle. He had a player above him on his left side. Opted to go into the centre instead. And now we have the Brazil counter-attack, which doesn't quite come to anything. But for Brazil, just getting the ball down the other end is enough for now. They have to stop this happening. Italy surging forward once more. There's a ball on the right. For Brazil, it's got to be said that they're reading this Italian pass as well.
Yeah, of course. And also they are defending really well, both of the players. Joao and his partner, they are defending really well. And they beat every single attack from Italy. Yeah, that's why Italy could not find the gaps as they did in the first game.
I'm pleasantly surprised from what I'm seeing from Brazil when they do have a lead as well. I was worried they would be bullyable by these opponents due to the fact that they've chosen a different type of player, but they're able to keep the ball quite well, and their defenders are getting blocks in.
I think there is one more chance left for Italy.
I agree. It certainly has that feel of it, doesn't it? Let's quickly head over to Thailand versus Saudi Arabia.
Oh,
Saudi Arabia could be through nearly. That was the opportunity. Will there be a touchdown here for Thailand? There it is. It's blocked. And a Saudi defence. And that'll be that. Very good point for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
I think so, yes. I mean, losing against such a tough team like Thailand, they can keep their hopes up and maybe come back even stronger in the third round.
Well, Indonesia has done enough against Morocco. 3-1 that one. I don't know if it's quite over, but I think it's going to be a win there for Indonesia.
Yes.
Mexico, Poland. 4 goals in this one. Time for a winner as well. What a match this could be if we do manage to see.
5 goals, imagine.
4 minutes extra time as well.
Yes, there could be 2 or 3 chances.
The midfield play at the moment, just seeing if we can find that incisive mark.
Nice.
That could be it. Has found a man. Goes back to the edge of the box. Ball into the left side.
Wow.
Flick up.
But that goes in.
Yeah. Poland not rushing. Using every second that they have, but it looks like it's going to be Mexico on the last day in this game if they can get the ball to a teammate, which they can't.
Yes.
And these two are going to have to settle for a point each. You predict correctly? Let's see if certainly do anything from there. They do get the ball back. It has to be now. First time ball in. Looking for the flick on. Not quite there. Well defended by Chile. And that will be enough. Chile take the win against Turkey. Like it when a player in a land environment like this scores a great goal and then just goes and looks quite calm. But you also need the chance to be standing up and being loud. And only 1 more minute we could get some real volume if Italy get the equaliser here, which they do not. We bring to you a matchup between 2 firm favourites that haven't had it all their own way so far. Oh yeah, hello. I'm on the cast of you for the first time. Looking forward to this one. And yeah, 4 points each for these two.
I know, the only difference between these 2 teams at the moment is Indonesia are up by 1 on goal difference. But as we've said, this is probably, in my opinion, the biggest game of the day so far. You have Indonesia as the 2024 champions. You might just nearly taking that lead. And you've got Japan, who won the qualifiers for Asia East and Oceania.
Yeah, huge teams. You can see why Indonesia were such big favourites. Lovely interlinking play right at the start of the game. They start hot to Indonesia, but they didn't in their first game. 2-0 down to Jordan, made it 2-2 before a 3-1 victory against Morocco.
I think it was a disappointing start for Indonesia, especially coming in as the champions, as we've mentioned. But both sides, they've drawn one, they've won one, and whoever wins this game tops the group. And the 2 nations that are arguably the strongest in Group B, this is a very, very important game where 3 points are definitely needed.
Yeah, huge chance to make a statement for these guys. But so far in the first 8 minutes or so, it has been all Indonesia. Elsewhere, we've got a goal early doors for Brazil, who take the lead against Thailand, who are really struggling with it at the moment.
Yeah, I'm quite disappointed with how Brazil have been playing so far today, but nearly here.
Well, that was smart. He meant that, obviously. So to get the goal kick, that's fantastic defending in the end.
I think what I love seeing as well is that we get to see the players' heart rates throughout all of the games. I think it's really interesting. I noticed earlier when Jordan were playing, the heart rates were barely going over 100. Whereas you look at Indonesia, they're both in the 120s. Japan's got in the 130s and the 150s. But, I mean, so far, it's quite an end-to-end game, I feel.
It is, yeah. Japan coming into it a little bit more. As you can see, as their heart rates rise, they get more and more into it. Lovely play there. Fake to get the ball out to the right wing. Real shot, beautiful back heel. Lovely shot, nearly! Oh, off the post. What a goal that would have been.
Oh, my goodness gracious me. I mean, I think we do need to see Japan be more aggressive with the way they're playing. But are we going to see a goal here by Jordan, 1-0. And, Jordan really impressed me so far this tournament.
Yeah, completely. I agree. 2 draws and now 1-0 up in the 3rd game. Really making a statement in this group. Currently in 4th of the 6. Although they'll be above that now. They've got this win if they can keep it.
They do, and they're a new nation this year. It's the first season for both players as part of the national team, and I think they're doing a really good job. Oh, just like that, another goal in a different game. Just so all of you are aware at home, we do have 6 games going on at the moment. 3 in Group A, 3 in Group B.
For now, let's have a look at Brazil, who double their lead against Thailand. So, building on that momentum that they had against Italy. The ball put into the Japanese box through Indonesia. Nearly getting that knocked down as well. Might be a little bit of a foul, a bit of a nibble on the defender from the striker, but it's lovely. It's another lovely back heel. The Japanese players, you can see that they play together completely in sync. These back heels are looking deadly from them.
I think 2v2 is probably one of the harder game modes as well to compete in, because you have to be really in sync with your partner. And I think that's where Japan do have the advantage, because they are really good friends outside of the game as well.
Definitely see the synergy as another ball is put through. They will be won there by the Japanese striker. Flick through, falls back into the centre as well. So Japan rode the wave at the start. Indonesia started off huge. And then Japan have built upon that. Morocco versus Poland.
Just 1-0 up for Poland, which I feel like is something that they do need, because they haven't had the best start so far. They lost their first game, drew the second. If they can win this 3rd game, it'll be a really important 3 points for them.
Oh, what a ball that is. And then there's the finish. No! Oh, Indonesia! How did can you put that away?
I don't know how this deadlock hasn't been broken yet.
Yeah, true. It's not been a bad 0-0.
I mean, I don't know about you, Cole. I'm sweating watching this game. It's so end-to-end here.
It is also very hot in here. There are bright lights beating down upon us, but thankfully we've got esports to keep us distracted. And a bit of eFootball as well. And what a matchup it's been so far from Indonesia versus Japan. Living up to the billing for you at this point?
I think so. I think for me, as I mentioned, this was the biggest game so far that we've had. And it's, I don't know, I feel like Indonesia, they're the champions who want them to win, but Japan didn't make it out of the group stage last year. And to go on to then win the qualifiers and now perform that they are so far, potentially breaking the deadlock here. Just like that, Indonesia 1-0 up. Did you expect Indonesia to break the deadlock, though? Because for a while it looked like it was all Japan.
Yeah, so Indonesia started the game better. Japan definitely in the last 15 minutes has been the better team, but this pass right here changes that in an instant. You can see they get the ball in the centre. There are runners in every direction. The question is, can the assistant pick the pass? And look at this, through two defenders, on for number 26, and slotted home. The goalkeeper could do absolutely nothing. Indonesia have now scored, what, 5 goals in a row, I think? No, they didn't concede the last game, so their goal difference is looking healthier and healthier, though, and the win will be massive.
And that's just beautiful football right there. And again, it's the heart rate. But Brazil, 3 or 2-0, sorry. I mean,
What's going on with Thailand? I have good things about Thailand, but I'm not really seeing it so far.
I'm quite upset about Thailand. I mean, they've lost both of their games so far today. I mean, I've been to Thailand. I love the Thailand people as well, and I'm a little bit disappointed.
Me too. So there is still time, just in these group stages, plenty of eFootball to play. But you do very quickly run out of time, especially if you keep on losing, you get more frustrated. And each subsequent win gets even harder. Lovely through ball there from Chile to go up against Saudi Arabia, who just got a big point in their last game. Oh, that one almost made it all the way through. Dangerous for Japan, but they survive. Great to see that they survive.
And again, Chile is another new nation that we have this year. Didn't compete in 2024. Both players only joined the national team this year. And what a showing it's been from Chile so far today.
Yeah, looking good. We're seeing these tables start to take shape as we go forwards now. In Indonesia, this will put them on 7 points after 3 games. Completely shaking off the early disappointment against Jordan. Jordan, who are looking stronger as things go on as well. You know, we're seeing that maybe that point wasn't as bad as it looked at the time. Going to be an extra 30 seconds now at the end of this one. Let's see if Japan can get something going. I think that was offside. The linesman waved his arm. Maybe he was saying it was going to be an advantage. I don't know. He waved his flag for some reason. Either way, 1-0 half-time. Well played, Indonesia.
That was a really, really good first half. I think that game can still go either way because both teams are so strong. The possession is relatively equally divided as well. I think it can go either way.
Well, while they'll make their half-time changes and have their half-time oranges, we'll head over to Morocco versus Poland. Corner comes in for the Poles. 1-0 to the good. It could be 2 here, but he turned the wrong way. It's so easy to see from this angle when you're not playing it. You think turn that way, but when you're in the moment, much tougher.
Definitely much tougher. And again, Morocco, they do need this win, but I mean, it's just goals on goals on goals in every single game at the moment.
Oh, lovely attempt at the through ball there for the Moroccan striker, but Poland looking to counter. Needs to win this header and aren't quite able to do it, so from what we've seen, left wing. I'm liking this patience from Morocco despite being a goal down.
I think especially in eFootball, one of the most important things is patience. You can't rush your plays, you've got to take your time and attack at the right moment. And even though Morocco are 1-0 down, they're still keeping their cool really, really well.
Long games as well. Is it 10-minute halves that they're playing in? So it didn't get time to make something happen, and that scared me. I've seen that before, these risky back passes to the goalkeeper from their heads. They seem confident, but like, as a fan of football, I see that, and I've seen it, concede that exact goal about 50 times in my life.
I think if I tried it, I'd probably just score an own goal. But we've got to see a goal here. Poland 2-0 against Morocco. This is going to be a big win for them if they do manage to hold on. They've lost one, they've drawn one. Could this be their first win of the day?
And that is why you play the ball back to your goalkeeper, give yourself complete possession, and from there, the brothers knew exactly what to do. Winning that second ball, and then again, that was the touch. It seems to be in eFootball, it's a decision of pass, shoot, or just a little easy dribble past the defender. It seems to be a completely vicious way of attacking.
Well, we're back here to Thailand and Brazil. Brazil 3-0 up just as we're about to go into half-time. It looks like they're about to make it 4, narrowly misses. But, I mean, at least Brazil, I feel like they're finally starting to show up now.
Yeah, but Thailand are just dropping like a stone. Jinxley, the reigning world champion. Here, to utter fanfare. Anyway, we'll talk about that later because there's a chance here for Japan. They've won themselves a corner. Still plenty of time left in this, our feature game. A massive, massive matchup at the top of the table. That's not a bad shot at all.
No, it's fine. Even the Japan players that we have, Tess won the eFootball Championship for Barcelona and Axe did it for Arsenal. So it's 2 very, very strong players that play well individually, but I feel play even better together.
Let's see if they can prove that here from this corner. Taking their time with it, choosing the tactics to go forwards. They really are taking their time, not rushing anything right now. I don't mind that, they're gamesmanship against Indonesia. It nearly fell through as well, but this is the chance for Indonesia's counter. It's safe in the end. I think Indonesia could have done a bit more than that. That's been a bit of a safe option. You have the ball there on the front of your own box. There were passes you could have picked.
I feel like both teams have started to play a little bit more defensive, but Indonesia getting the ball back here. Are they on the attack? Can they make it 2-0 against Japan?
They'll certainly try. Not a team known for sitting back and holding on to a 1-0 lead. So their 3-1 victory, they were picked back by, I think it was Morocco in the last game, and instantly went down the other end and scored as well. So, won't be too shaken if Japan can equalise. That's looking like a long way away right now because we have a chance for a shot. 2-0, maybe no save. The Indonesian striker took a touch, and by then the goalkeeper had closed the angle.
I don't know about you, Cope. I love seeing the heartbreaks on the screen.
It's so exciting as well, especially afterwards when you can track it to those exciting moments.
Saudi Arabia, they're just equalising, making it 1-1. So far, they've only had 2 draws. Are we hoping to see a win from the host nation today?
The draw specialist, though, 2 draws against very good teams, and I think right now Japan would take a draw against Indonesia. Because Indonesia are defending solidly, and Japan do come forward, and that pass has been intercepted as well, and now Indonesia are dangerous. pass up top is found. One man making run into the right channel is blocked just about by Japan. That's why I love Duo as well. The fact that you can have a human control player actively blocking the through ball. That's so much more to it in my opinion than solo game.
And communication is so important as well in 2v2. But with 2C, Italy make it 1-0 there. I mean, I feel like every about 30 seconds, we've got a goal in the game at the moment.
Yeah, exciting stuff here at FIFAe eFootball 2025 World Championship. Through ball over the top for Japan. Can strike it out the end of that one. Ronaldo was sniffing around. Wasn't quite able to do so in the end. So another half opportunity disappears for Japan. And 70 minutes, is that the sort of time you start rushing? You were talking about patience earlier, or are they still there?
I feel like Indonesia are starting to play more defensive at the moment because all they need from this game is a win to go 3 points ahead of Japan. And I think at this stage for them, that's probably the most important thing.
Equaliser for Mexico against Jordan over there. So Jordan, who are looking like one of our stronger teams, certainly than we expected. Well, pegs back for now. Running out of time here between Japan and Indonesia. Japan, I think, is going to make some changes, which makes perfect sense. So let's head over to that Mexico versus Jordan match. 1-1. Jordan the draw specialist, and they get themselves a win.
I hope so. I mean, I personally love an underdog story, and the fact that Jordan are a new nation coming into this. Neither nation have actually played each other before, which makes it all the more exciting, because then you can start forming sort of a rivalry between both countries. But Mexico here on the attack. Can they make it 2-1? Very well defended by Jordan.
Yeah, another slightly scary headed back past the goalkeeper, but we saw earlier on from Poland why that's the thing to do, because it does mean you can pick where you put the next ball. Really isolate your opponents and focus on your specialist players as well. You know, you've got a right winger who's one of your first three in the draft, you want to get them the ball. And come Mexico. Who could be the turnaround? Oh, it's an energetic volley off the post again. So close. Jordan survived.
Jordan here on the counter-attack. They are currently on 2 draws. Really hoping for the win here. Mexico on the counter. Can they make it 2-1 here? And it's a goal. 2-1 to Mexico. This could be their second win.
Drag back, find the corner, using the defender as a block onto the keeper as well. Japan have made some changes. Poor Ronaldo has been hooked. He won't like that. He'll be complaining about that in the press. Wants to be Japan's leading goal scorer of all time, does Cristiano Ronaldo. But it's Indonesia that are going to have the ball. They can take away a few more seconds as well. Long they go.
9 minutes left in game here. Japan really need 1 goal here to at least take away 1 point.
Yeah, they're making chances, give them some opportunities. But the final ball just never seems to be there for Japan, and that's so surprising when we talk about the synergy that these two players have.
Well, I think, again, that's the experience that Indonesia have being the champions. They know we've got 7 minutes left. We just need to hold on and take the 3 points here. We cannot let Japan equalise, especially that the goal difference is only 1. But they are here, through on goal. Again, well defended by Indonesia.
Yeah, no messing about there for Indonesia. Had a feeling that the Japanese player was going to try a trick there, so just stay tall, stay strong, and stay in the middle. Japan ended up falling straight into that trap. Indonesia battering away everything that comes into their half. Japan sending it straight back. Need to get this flick onto Japan. Nearly there. Indonesia catch it. And of course, every time Indonesia get the ball, they can steal like 1 in-game minute away.
They can. I mean, so far Indonesia's tactic has been get the ball back and then just lobby it back to the keeper.
Only 1 minute as well for Japan. It has to be now if it's going to be ever. Will it be Indonesia going on to 7 points? Japan staying on 4. A goal would be heartbreak for Indonesia. Oh, but he's passed 1 time too many. Oh, they surely take the touch and shoot there. That's not a favourite team here by any means, but it would be lovely to see the host nation make it through this group stage. Picking up wins as and when they can. Absolutely massive for that. Vital, in fact. 2-1 lead. You know, if you win this one, you start to look at their previous draws and think, yeah, a draw against Turkey, not too bad. A draw against Thailand, very good, even though Thailand is struggling. On paper, that's a good one. Now, with this win, it's compounded, and Saudi Arabia is suddenly looking strong.
I mean, I would love to see Saudi Arabia go all the way into the finals. I want to see the Saudi Arabian fans here in the arena.
That's something else.
They are amazing. They're so energetic.
The Saudi fans, absolutely incredible. Esports World Cup in the summer, the Saudi fans for Vulcans are huge, and of course, FIFAe eFootball last year, Saudi Arabia winning it all in the Rocket League. Ruas, TRK and Killers, complete heroes here. So if we have these KSA eFootball players achieving anything similar, it would be massive for the nation. A nation that loves its esports as well.
They do. And I think, I just love the Saudi fans. It's my first time in Saudi and everyone's so lovely. The country's beautiful and I'm having a great time so far.
I'm so glad to hear that, yeah. I've been here 6 or 7 times now, I think, since 2022. Every time I'm here, I love it. Every time I'm here, it's developed further. There's more to it. Buildings now exist. The esports boulevard is even more advanced. So, yeah, KSA need to keep doing what they're doing here in this group. 2 minutes left. Surely they'll be able to hold this one out.
I really, really want them to hold this out. I mean, Chile as the new nation, you've got to give it to them. They're doing really well, but we do have 4 in-game minutes left. And as we know in football, anything can change and anything can happen in 4 minutes.
Yeah, Chile currently on 4 points. Unbeaten. This would be their first loss. Unless they have the ball on the left wing. There are passes to the centre. He goes high. Maybe should have kept that one low. And Saudi Arabia can get that one frustratingly back into the corner. It's all or nothing now for Chile.
Can we talk about his heart rate being regularly in the 60s as well?
That's pretty incredible. And a pretty incredible result as well. Cold as ice there, the Saudi players, as they take their first victory in the tournament, which will put them onto 7 points as well. Massive.
That's a big 7 points. I mean, 4 teams from each group go through into the knockouts. And all you need is to finish 4th in your group just to give you a fighting chance to get to that final place. But that is a huge, huge win for Saudi Arabia. Their first win of the day, and hopefully they can keep this momentum going.
Yeah, it's tough for Chile right there. They'll have to cheer themselves back up and around themselves. They've got some big wins so far in this tournament. It's not the matchup they would have wanted. Saudi Arabia, tight victory. To be honest, though, at the end, Chile looked like they couldn't break through, and Milos is going to ask all about that game with Saudi Arabia.
Yes, we will. A victory for Saudi Arabia after 2 draws. I'm here with GOAT Iniesta himself. Iniesta, مبروك الفوز لكم هلا بس اول ماتشين تعادل هلا فوز كيف حاسس حالك من بعد؟
شعور ما يوصف الله يبارك فيك اول شيء باذن الله نقدم مباراتين كويسه نختم اليوم بافغانستان ان شاء الله نتاهل.
Of course, how is it? The question is more about how is it like to win this third matchup after 2 draws. But you know what? That's what happened in the first 2 games. We're just proud and happy that we're able to collect those 3 points in the victory in game 3 and then move on from this point onwards. And speaking of which, I'd like to ask you about رح تعرض البرازيل من بعد هالماتش هيدا كيف متوقع هالجيم تكون لانه البرازيل منه فريق خفيف قلب.
راح تكون مباراه قويه بالذات ان عندهم لاعبين كلهم محترفين وعندهم مهارات متمكنين منها يعني وان شاء الله نقدم مستوى كويس ونفوز عليهم.
It's not going to be an easy game against Brazil regardless, but we're going to give it our all.
For having out of the commentary box, but yeah, this is box office. It has everything written over it. This is very much the sleeper hit of the day. Every commentary analogy you can think of, this is this game entirely.
And we are underway. Indonesia, last year's triumphant champions, up against Mexico. This year's sleeper hit. It is going to be Elga and Binong boys up against Andrei Pumas and Arsenal style. And for Indonesia, they started things off quite slowly in the tournament so far, but they're starting this game off nicely indeed. The first goal in just 3 minutes, and it's Indonesia. Tutu then went on to secure wins against both Morocco and Japan. And they started that game off in an ideal fashion, 3 minutes and 1-0. We'll hop over to see what's going on between Chile and Italy. Both of these two would love an extra 3 points to their tally so far.
Yeah, I mean, Italy, they're going to have to try and recover quickly from that disappointing defeat to Brazil. They're up against Chile, who had their own surprise victory against Turkey under their belt. So, again, as Chris Ronnie pointed out on the sofas, there isn't an easy game here at the FIFAe World Cup.
They seem to have flattered to deceive a little bit so far, Italy, but they're on the charge here with Etorito crossing in towards Naples, who's headed on, but, well, they're going to have to try and steady themselves here again. Chile have been slowly but surely going about their business here, haven't they? The South American side's very tough to beat in the group stages.
Yeah, they certainly were. They came through a very tough qualifying phase as we cut back to Indonesia versus Mexico. Our featured game is a corner to Mexico, ball delivered into the box, header just over the bar.
I think it was the Arsenal style. Had that chance just then following the corner. Just 4 minutes after that goal went in by the 2024 champions. And it's worrying, I think, for the rest of the competition, isn't it? Whereas when you see Indonesia, they start off, they go 2-0 down to Jordan, and you think, okay, maybe someone else might have a chance this year. Since then, they've been rampant, and they're coming forward again as Binong boys heads it. It was Elga in the end with a chance, straight into the great forehand of the goalkeeper.
Yeah, what is it about when teams are winning ugly and they start to churn out results? There's an opportunity here, though, for Mexico to try and get the ball through. It's cleared away on the edge of the 18-yard box and over halfway, but Mexico have it back in the centre circle. I moved on to this near side, but the pass is cut out. They do have possession still, do Mexico. There's neat footwork and a passing field, but again, resilient defensive work by Indonesia.
Yeah, and around the grounds here, of course, we're keeping an eye on all 6 matches happening, and that's Etorito scoring for Italy, breaking the deadlock over there. Nice old ball roll, followed by the strike from Elga. Binong boys, risky fight and can try and play it back to his teammate, but Mexico living very dangerously here. Something tells me this might just be the most end-to-end game that we'll see from the group stages.
It certainly will. It's certainly attack versus attack more than attack versus defence between these 2 teams, but neat little move on the edge of the box there by Indonesia. Super cancel, and they managed to get themselves a shot off with that little dummy that goes in there. Really brought themselves some space as Mexico have the ball on the near side touchline, but it goes out of play for an Indonesia throw.
They're champions of last year, despite finishing 2nd in Group A, if you cast your mind back. So Indonesia, they've been in situations before where they know the group stages isn't where the money is made in this type of international tournament. They're happy to start slow, survive some of the early scares. And now, here come Indonesia, dispossessed smartly though by Arsenal style, cleared up a bit.
Yeah, as we cut to a replay here, it's Brazil versus Saudi Arabia. As Brazil looks to move forward, it was Neymar into Hullet, and that's tucked away. Brazil have themselves a goal lead against the host.
Yeah, the host nation under the cosh, Charles Victor, with the finish in that match. And now Indonesia, they're taking their second into the box here. Elga, though, dispossessed. Once again, Arsenal style of Mexico being called into defensive duties. We're about 15 minutes. It'll take a few minutes for stoppages away from half-time here. We've seen some signs of life from Mexico, but the Central American side have been much the second best side between the two here in the first half.
Yeah, they've struggled to get their attack going, have Mexico, as we get a replay. It's a set piece for Poland versus Jordan, and they get very lucky. They try and get it under the wall. Instead, they get the ricochet and took it away for 1-0 as we join back the action with Indonesia, who have it right in this near side corner. The ball to the edge of the box. They played it into the box. There's an opportunity here for Indonesia. Can they develop it, though? They're shielding the ball. Striker goal.
That is what they do. Right place, right time for the second ball. And it's Indonesia doubling their advantage. 2-0 at the top of Group B here. Right place, right time. The two. Sorry, instinct.
That is why they are champions. They work a chance until they have the opportunity to gear it. And again, it's Christian Vieri used on that mopping up job that he had. We join here, Italy versus Chile, as they have their goal lead. They have their ball into the box. Neat ball roll into the box, and it's pulled and fired into the back of the net. Italy have a 2-goal lead.
That'll be a nice cushion for them. Naples scoring that one. So both the Italian representatives on the board in their match. Elsewhere, our featured match has the 2024 champions well in control here, as Risky Fidan has time and space to pick out his man. 5 minutes until half-time. We see another chance for Mexico in this first half. Played inside now to Andriy Pumas, who puts it on to his countryman. Some hold-up play on the horizon, maybe. That one straight into the red-shirted Garuda and cleared. Still chance maybe for one of these nations to have another pop at the opposition's goal here in the first half, Wes.
Yeah, and Indonesia have a way through. It's a through ball in one-on-one. It's square across the box.
Oh, I don't think they scored.
They haven't. It's been cleared away by Mexico. Such was the quickness of production to get us back the pictures. It tells it apart, but Mexico have it on the other end. There's an opportunity here. Tap, oh, it's a back heel that gets blocked away by Indonesia. They have a corner.
Truly end-to-end stuff here. I don't think you can blame production thinking that Indonesia were going to continue their scoring form. Now Mexico have a corner late on here. And I can tell you there have been goals elsewhere. But for now, we'll take a look at the final action here at the first half. And it will go into half-time. Indonesia too, next to give anyway more chances. But, well, we do it in the end.
Looking at the corner, there's so many other ones going in, which I'm sure we'll get to. But we'll see this one here. It's a beautiful ball down the left-hand side. First time pass into Ruud Gullit on the penalty spot. Tucks it away. Japan have their lead.
It's cool as you like thing, haven't we, for Japan to really come alive in this tournament. Late on here in the first half. That stoppage time, it was 1-1 between Brazil and Saudi Arabia, our host nation. Brazil have reinstated their 1-goal advantage there with the goal we just saw through that replay.
Yeah, it followed an equaliser from Saudi Arabia that we didn't see. Such was the veracity of Jay Victor's celebration. The ball is back with us here with Japan versus Morocco. It's cleared away by Japan on the edge of the box, but Morocco have it back, momentarily cleared away though. And Japan look to build up once more in the centre of the park as they move out to the far side. And over halfway it is now as Japan look to build up brilliantly. It's a neat through ball. It's a brilliant strike, but it's saved by the goalkeeper.
Let me tell you, this is worrying for the rest of the competition because if Act and Tess have found their groove, the two DRX members, of course, they're going to be very, very difficult to beat here. Morocco have been having an absolutely horrid time of things so far in the group stages. Find themselves 1-0 down here with a corner to Japan to defend. Back to our featured match though. 10 minutes have passed here in the second half. Indonesia still 2 up against Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico still yet to really register an attack of real dangerous. The long throw goes into Giancarlo. He's headed it down. It's Ronaldo! And it's into the hands of the goalkeeper by way of deflection, but it's the first real opportunity that Mexico have had. But it's utilising that physicality that Giancarlo gives you to try and free up those other attacking weapons that they have. They can't find the back of the net on that occasion.
Yeah, we did wonder how much of a focal point Giancarlo would be from many of these attacks. We expected the meta, if you will, to be cross it into the big man, but haven't seen too much of that so far. A lot of that down to, of course, the Phase 2 players, and in some instances, the Phase 1 players. The key players chosen within the draft. You want those tall defenders. A lot of Virgil van Dijk's chosen in Phase 1.
Yeah, a lot of Dan Burn picked for Brisbane back on the sofa as well, but again, it's height disparity, physicality, it's everything you want from eFootball. Mexico was to try and find a ball into the centre, but again, it's cleared away by Indonesia, and that's what they were known for last year, Harry, was being resolute in defence, but being clinical up front.
Yeah, not afraid ever to take a risk. Go for that early strike, chase that second ball. That's how they were able to score the first goal of our featured match here. Just 20 minutes remaining as Mexico are staring down their first defeat of this year's tournament. Of course, did not compete in last year's FIFAe World Cup finals featuring eFootball console. Over here, our host nation, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, giving a good game to Brazil. Jay Victor scoring that go-ahead goal. Saudi Arabia have been very, very difficult to deal with for a lot of our nations in the group stages.
Yeah, I had a quick chat with them yesterday. They were very happy with their draft as we've cut across here to Poland versus Jordan. Poland having a 2-1 lead from right to left on your screen. It's Zilo with the ball in the centre of the park now. It's flicked on from Gullit, but it's cleared away at the edge of Jordan's box as we flick back to, or over to, Italy versus Chile. Italy still with a 2-goal lead here. There's a flick to the ball back post, and it made 3-0 by the way of Ruud Gullit as we're back with Poland v Jordan.
Listen, you combine Ethereto with Ruud Gullit, and the result is goals. There's no other way out of that equation. Poland 2, Jordan 1. We can hop over back to our featured match, Indonesia and Mexico. Still vying for supremacy here. Mexico needs some action to go their way here soon, and well, they've tried to chase that header back, but never getting there.
And interestingly, you can see top left-hand corner substitutes that have come on. Collar, Ronaldo both off, Thuram, Van Basten on. Certainly a change in shape or in terms of their prowess of what they're going to go for. They're going to look trying to tackle the ground, but they're going to keep it close to the back post. And he's hit to the back of the net. Indonesia make it 3-0. It's Cody Gakpo.
Oh, risky finance back-to-back, and here is Cody Gakpo goal. He's super cancel. You know, just taking his time. He had all the time in the world. Taking two nations that are struggling here in the group stages. It's Turkey and Thailand, and it's Turkey.
It's a massive goal for them in terms of their aspirations, as we alluded to, both at the foot of their group at the moment. That's a massive goal for Turkey.
It's a huge goal for them. Indonesia are looking to try and run up the tally here. 3 goals to the good, 10 minutes remain. I think this one's probably a foregone conclusion. But there's been a big goal elsewhere. Stay tuned to find out which way it's gone as we await the Indonesia corner here. That one's wasted, try to play it short. But take a look at this, Wes. Saudi Arabia against Brazil. It's our host nation equalising 2-2 in that game.
I can see the math that Brazil have tried there. They've manual goal kick to get their goalkeeper into position, but it does leave you exposed, especially when the ball gets knocked down by Saudi Arabia. And, you know, goals in Saudi Arabia and Cristiano Ronaldo. I think there's some type of puzzle there, Harry.
I see the connection. Tell you, the connection has been on point in this game. Been on boys and Joga. Picking up where they left off. Mexico, this will be their first blip in the group stages, following tremendous performances, beating Morocco 3-1, drawing 2-2 with Poland, and then a massive result against Jordan. But Indonesia are just different gravy at the 2v2 game.
Once they get their feet set and once they get comfortable, they very much make themselves at home wherever they play on the eFootball plane.
Just a formality at this point. Chance perhaps for a consolation for Mexico, but Indonesia.
They found the ball down the left-hand side. There's not a lot of support, but it's been made up for here. There's an opportunity for Morocco, but it's cleared away for a corner.
Some late pressure from Morocco. And it's a wasted corner in the end. Just fluffed their lines a little bit. Oh, you just have to ask, will they get another chance like that?
I don't think they'll get another opportunity. So knowing the way that the two Japan players play and how they play as a unit, they will just want to close this one out and get a victory on the board.
Well, here comes Tess, dispossessed there. And Morocco, as we've said, had a torrid tournament so far, losing 3-1 to both Mexico and Indonesia, and then 3-0 to Poland after that. And we're in the 90th minute, staring down the barrel of a 4th straight defeat. Japan have the ball. Here is Axe on that far side, just trying to kill some of that clock. Oh, he's beating his man as well. Maybe they can go for 2 here, Japan. He's actually trying to go all the way and cause Morocco problems. Dispossessed and is up the pitch here. For Morocco, they might have one last chance, but Virgil is there. Japan, they'll clear, and the referee will award the 3 points.
Yeah, again, a valuable win for Japan in terms of other games going on. Of course, we've now just cut across to Saudi Arabia versus Brazil. Poland beat Jordan by 3-1. But the
Victor, his shot is blocked. Corner to come.
And down the hatches, Saudi Arabia, you're in for a rough one here. It was Neymar just on the edge of the 6-yard box. It was deflected away for a corner. But when you're down to 10, now it's just everybody into the trenches. Get as many of these balls cleared out as possible. It doesn't matter how ugly it is. Just get it across the line.
Batten down the hatches will be the instruction. We'll see the Canary squad try and pour everything into this group stage match to get a result, get goals back. And Makino there, just dwelling on the ball. Good clearance by Figo.
As we know all too well with this game, is that the longer you keep this ball in, that clock will tick down in the top left-hand corner. So for Saudi Arabia, they don't want the ball dead. They just want it as far away from their goal as humanly possible.
Doing everything they can to just maintain that territory. Look at the press. Now the problem is you do see a lot of space behind the pressers, and that space that Brazil can try and exploit, but Saudi Arabia have been imperious in this game. Now Brazil coming forward, it's Enriquinho. Can he find his teammate? Tackled in the end by Iniesta. 6 minutes added on. Wow, that's a big number.
Yeah, very rarely seen in eFootball, but being a result of all of the goals and that red card that we see, there's an opportunity.
Oh, it's a foul.
Oh, I'm not sure about that one, Harry. I'm not sure about that one. I've seen them give it, I've seen them not. Brazil will be very happy.
That is a let-off. The press from the Green Falcons has been, as I said before, imperious. João Victor trying his trademark skills. Anywhere will do for Saudi Arabia. Just over a minute left in this game. Last chance to lose, surely. João Victor, is he just dwelling on the ball a little bit too much? It's cleared once again by Saudi Arabia. Last chance here, the ball has to go forward. Headed down, Enriquinho will just about get onto the end of this one. Can he find a Canary squad shirt in the centre? No! Saudi Arabia, were they...
Welcome to round 5 of eFootball console. Coming into this round after a very exciting round 4, isn't that right?
Oh yeah, what a round 4 we had. I mean, the games, the goals, the score, I mean, we have seen it all, but we still have one more round going on right now. Saudi Arabia beat Brazil in a game that was very close to Brazil, to be honest, but that shows the mentality and how good the team of Saudi are.
I mean, the tables literally turned in Group A after that defeat for Brazil. Saudi are now top of Group A, and well, Brazil are now currently playing Turkey, who are currently fourth in Group A, and we know only 4 groups of 4 nations go through to the knockout.
Yes, we saw Turkey earlier today. They were not really playing the way they should be, but they are really tough team to play against. Jordan, the team that played really well in the first game, but they couldn't win a single game so far. That's shocking. And now we have Saudi against Italy. Both of these teams are like first, second, and third. So I think this game will decide who will finish day one as number 1.
Just off the back of speaking about Jordan there, they have gone 1-0 up, capturing or scoring a really, really early goal, which is extremely important. But we do know here as well with Takea, they are only 1 point ahead of Chile. They need this win as much as Brazil want to get a win off the back of the Saudi Arabian loss.
You are completely right here. Jordan, the good thing about this team is that they always take the lead against any team in their group. They took the lead against Indonesia. They took the lead even in the second game. Now they are taking the lead, but they cannot keep it.
We are here now going over to the Mexico-Japan game. Mexico 1-0 up against Japan. Is that a shocker for you?
Japan played also really well at the beginning, but Mexico, no. To be honest, Mexico are a very, very good team. And there is no surprise for me that we see them lead against Japan, or why not win the game?
No, of course. And the Brazil-Takea game as well. It's a big game because in 2024, Brazil were top 2, Takea were top 4. So both teams are wanting to get to that final to win this whole thing.
Yes, this is a really tough game, and it can go either way, but who is more focused and use the players in the right way, and of course he can keep the lead when they are leading, and why not score more goals?
I mean, essentially, Brazil have only had about 5 minutes to sort of calm themselves down before they came into this game. I mean, you were editor as well for eFootball.
Yes.
What do you think is going through their minds right now?
Well, that's a really good question, but I think at the moment all that they have to think about is how to score that first goal, because when you take the lead, it's really hard to come back, especially in this game.
Well, we do see Brazil here trying to attack, but I think Takea at the moment, they are all over Brazil, attempting a goal here, very, very well saved. We are going to bring you over to the Poland and Indonesia game, where we do see Indonesia go 1-0 up.
Nice.
They are the champions. How do you think they've been performing so far today?
I mean, they are playing really well. They only drew 1 game, and the rest were just win after another. Now they are leading. They are playing the way they want to play. And not only that, but also they are scoring goals in a way that shows the quality of these players.
We do here have another goal for you. Japan against Mexico, equalizing, making it 1-1 in the 21st minute. What's been your favorite game so far today to watch?
Honestly, I think Saudi against Brazil, like very intense game. I mean, we were close to the stream of this, and we were the Saudi guys streaming and screaming after every single goal. So that's passion. That is the thing that we really want to see in this kind of tournament, and that's what we're already living in.
And that's what we were talking about as well with the Saudi Arabian fans. They are so passionate and they just love the country. But we do see here Takea on the attack. Again, very well defended.
Yeah, I think Brazil are still thinking about the previous game, which is maybe affecting them a little bit. And that's why we see Turkey is like covering almost 90% of the field and creating chances, attacking, taking the initiative every single time. But they need this goal. And now is like the best time to score this goal.
I mean, as we were saying, 5 minutes isn't much time to reset, but we are going to take you over to Saudi Arabia and Italy, where Italy did go 1-0 up. They're currently sitting third in the group. Would you say they're sort of safe to make it to the knockouts at the moment?
Well, we still have plenty of games that will be played tomorrow. But at the moment, if they win against Saudi, I think they are most likely will be in the knockout stage.
Taking
Is
you
that
back.
the second?
Yes, that's the Jordan goal again.
Oh, what a goal.
2-0 up. I'm very, very impressed by Jordan. As a new nation,
They always start the game very strong, you know. Like if they just can keep that momentum, you know, and they can keep the lead that they always go for. But the thing here is that they always fail sometimes. I don't know, is it about defending? Is it about lack of chemistry between these players? But not
go over to the Poland and Indonesia game. 1-0 up, currently just before half-time.
What do you think, Ali? Who do you think is like more likely to win this game?
In this game?
Yes.
I think Indonesia. I think Poland, they are currently sitting second in the group, with 7 points. So they're not far off Indonesia, sort of 1 and 2 at the moment, but Indonesia do have the experience of being the champions. And experience is so important in eFootball.
You are completely right. Yeah, I think Indonesia is like more likely going to win this game unless something happens at this. No, not really.
We nearly jinxed it for ourselves, didn't we, Abdul?
Well, I always do that, to be honest.
Just about a minute left here. Very well defended again by Indonesia. I think we're going to see this one go 1-0 into half-time.
You know, it's always good to finish the first day with a win. You know, going to the second day with a win in your last game, believe me, it's completely different second games, mentally, for me.
We are now back here with the Brazil and Takea game. Still 0-0, 53rd minute in-game. I think this is either going to finish as a draw or go either way.
Yeah, I think so. But Brazil, after the first half, and we saw the total domination from Turkey, I think they are a little bit back in the game. Yes, so it is not easy, as I said, but they have to do something here. Brazil, I think the last game affected them a lot, especially in a mental way. And that's why we saw Brazil like lacking of, let's say, creating of chances. And if you can see right now, it's only half way and they are just defending and attacking, creating chances all the time.
I mean, as we mentioned, it does take some time to get back into a positive state, especially what would be for them a disappointing loss against Saudi Arabia. But still have about 30 minutes left in game. There's
Yes.
plenty of time for Brazil to potentially have 3 points and top the table again.
Exactly, and that's why we need to work on the mental side a lot, especially in this kind of sport, which is e-sport, of course, because every player knows the tricks, knows the movement, knows the way to score and create the chances, but they must also be aware and be prepared to be mentally ready.
Okay, here on the attack again, a fantastic through ball. Again, well defended by Brazil. So far this game, they might not be creating as much chances,
Yes,
but they are on it with the defending at the moment.
Yeah, I think Brazil, if they didn't lose this game, a draw could be a good point, to be honest.
Brazil here in the box. Is he going to pass it through? Great ball. Well saved.
Oh, that was really nice. Going to the wing, finding the gap, and he tried to do it with the back heel.
Back over to the Japan-Mexico game where they did go 2-1 up just before halftime here.
You know, Japan is like a team that, of course, they suffered a lot last year, where they only they lost actually in the group stage. So this year, I'm sure they do not want to be grouped. So they are trying their very best to go to the knockout stage.
And I think they are playing better this year. I mean, they won their qualifiers, you know.
Definitely. Yeah, of course, of course.
Over here in the Chile and Thailand game, we do see Thailand here on the attack. They haven't been playing the best today, but they have finally gone 1-0 up against Chile. They are currently sitting at the bottom of Group A.
Yes,
It's going to be a very, very tough climb upwards to try and finish top 4 by the end of tomorrow to make it to knockouts. But I think it's been a similar feeling. I think we've all been a bit disappointed by their performance so far.
Yeah, you know, the good thing about Thailand is that if they manage to win this game, their hopes of going to the next round will be much higher and much better than what they have already right now. So this game is very important for Thailand. But now we see Poland and Indonesia. I think Indonesia have only one draw, and the rest are just winning after another, and they are like going for the first. Not only going to the knockout stage, but they want to be first of their group.
I mean, it's very important for phase 4 as well in terms of drafting players, because the nations will get to choose 2 players from the nations that get knocked out. So you want to finish top of your group to get that first pick.
Exactly, and oh, that's very nice goal. Yes, if you manage to finish first in your group, in the knockout stage, you will play against the last in the other group, which is much easier to go further in the tournament.
Okay, here on the attack again. Can they finally break the deadlock? 17 minutes in game at the moment. Defended again.
Yeah, Brazil, they are just trying to defend in this game all the time. And if they get a chance from a counter-attack to score a goal, and that's it, then they will just close it off. But yeah, I think Turkey, I mean, playing much better, creating more chances, but they need that goal, because in football, if you do not score goals, you will definitely concede.
I mean, 3 points is so important to them here as they are currently sitting 4th in their group. But it wouldn't surprise me if this game finishes 0-0, which will be very disappointing for Brazil. 'Cause when you just lose a game, you want to come back with a strong win.
Of course, and it's better to come back in this game, because Turkey are going also for the knockout stage if you do not beat them, you know? So if we can go so quickly to the scores at the moment, Italy are winning against Saudi, and Brazil, as we see, against Turkey is 0-0. Thailand are winning against Chile. Jordan winning 3-0 against Morocco. It seems that they learn how to keep the lead. Not only that, but also to score more goals.
I do love an underdog story, and Jordan, with them being the new nation
look
as
like
well,
that. Yeah.
I feel like they have a good chance to make it to the knockout.
Oh, definitely, definitely. They are playing really well. You know, you just draw against the first, which is Indonesia. You can go all the way. Just believe in yourself.
Brazil here on the attack. Can they finally convert it to a goal?
Yeah, it is not easy. I mean, Turkey playing really well. Turkey are like really good in defense, and they reach the final box of their opponents a lot also. But you need to score goals.
I think what's worth mentioning as well with Brazil, in 2025, they hadn't lost a game before Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia handed them their first loss of the 2025 season.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's a very good point. And as we can see at the moment, I think Italy scored the second goal against Saudi.
Just 2 in-game minutes here left for our feature match. Still sitting at 0-0. Will we see a last-minute winner?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's one more chance, or maybe not. Yeah, fair enough. I think it's a fair result. Or we still have one more chance.
Can Takea do it? That game is going to finish 0-0. Disappointing for Brazil, but I suppose it's better than another
It
loss.
meant to be third and fourth teams. Japan, I think they need the win more than Mexico here.
I mean, both teams are currently sitting on 7 points, but Japan are sitting at 3rd place just because of goal difference. Mexico are in 4th. So I think both teams, they do need that win. You are right, Abdul. I mean, where do you see this going?
Yeah, but even a draw is not bad for the both of them. They played really well for the first day, and to play against each other also in this round, I think a draw is also a good point for both of them.
just 12 minutes left in game to decide how the table is going to sit. I mean, chances are it's probably going to be 8 points to both sides going into the final day of groups tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that's really good for the first day, you know, because you are not last, maybe you're not also first, but at least you are in the race, you know, on the track.
Mexico here on the counter-attack. Will we see a third goal from them?
Oh, that's really nice. Good defense. So Thailand, I believe, they won the game against Chile.
1-0.
Yes, Thailand, the last in their group. Now they have 4 points, which is, it gives them, let's say, a lot of encourage to come back tomorrow and maybe do something.
Corner kick here for Mexico. Just 5 minutes left in game. Can they convert this into a goal? Well saved by Japan.
Yeah, he was trying to play the corner to the second post, but the defense were just over there, you know. And yeah, 1 goal, nothing much left for this game.
Japan here with a throw-in. They do desperately want to have the win here. I mean, 3 points. Currently sitting at third. It will take them above Poland in the groups to sit at second. How important will that be going into the knockouts and to the final group stage tomorrow as well?
It is very important, you know. Even mentally, you know, that will definitely help the players to believe in themselves and to come back tomorrow even stronger and even better. And always we say that the first day is like the toughest day. But tomorrow, I think the players and the teams will be more playing more open, I would say, and trying to go for the goals and the points.
I mean, it takes time to settle into an arena. You know, especially if you're not used to competing at land, it's something that does take time. And hopefully, as you said, tomorrow, though, they will be a lot calmer and maybe we'll see the tables completely turn.
You are completely right.
Mexico here attempting to go for goal from outside of the box. Well defended. Japan on the counter-attack. We've got about 30 seconds left in game. Can Mexico convert?
Okay.
There we go. That one finishes 2-2.
Yeah, fair enough. Good game from both sides.
So these are the 4 you guys at home can vote for over on FIFA.gg. Cole, why have you picked 2 individuals here? I believe it's Iniesta?
Yeah, go Iniesta for me for Saudi Arabia and Henriquinho for Brazil. I think that for Saudi Arabia, they have had such a good day. Second in their group, which is beyond expectations, getting massive victories, and go Iniesta has been at the heart of that. And then for Brazil, Henriquinho, he's come in this year. Brazil, they're doing not quite as brilliantly as we expected, but I just love the fact they play a different style of eFootball. Every other team is focusing on one type of play. They're focusing on style and skill, and it's very Brazilian, it's very them, and he's come in and had the confidence to do that.
And the Arsenal style, Chris?
Yeah, I think when you think of those other 2 teams, or you specifically when you think of Indonesia, a lot of people say that Leo needs a little...
Personally, I was loving chatting with words. You know, a man of much knowledge, and here we are.
Some might argue against that fact, Cole, as Vitinha looks to close in for Malaysia, gets towards the byline, turns back inside, passes it across, it's cut out by Gattuso, and launched forward towards the header of Ronaldo on the halfway line. Now, Saudi Arabia launch a counter-attack as Julian Alvarez plays it to Del Piero, rolls, dances into the 18, but plays it out and it's blocked away, and Cafu will launch it forward up towards Alvarez, blocked clear. Now Mbappe has it again, it's Christian Vieri. Vieri looking for a ball in, he's found Ruud Gullit with the double touch, let's go!
If there's one thing I remember from last year with Mbappe,
it's the prime example, a gaming equivalent of if you give Mbappe an inch, he will take the mile. It's a wonderful bit of skill. Double touches inside of his defender, wraps the ball into the right bottom corner, and he has now a 2-0 lead over the host Saudi Arabia. Again, just wraps the foot around it, goalkeeper outstretched, no chance to. And of course, Ruud Gullit, alongside all of the regular players that we see, we've got epics all around, including the likes of Christian Vieri. So here's another goal in another game, which we'll come to momentarily once it's thrown up. We will stick with our game for now, as Paul Scholes wins it in midfield for Mbappe, plays it to Stanisic, down the line to Christian Vieri. Back to Scholes in the centre of the park, placing across the field to Aguerd. Aguerd looking forward, but Vieira intercepted. In towards Ruud Gullit. Saudi Arabia summons something here, Cole.
I mean, they did before. Saudi Arabia got themselves a chance. It was well saved by Malaysia, but that has proven that Saudi Arabia are capable of breaking through the Malaysian lines. You have to show a little bit of patience here. Don't want to lose this ball again, because it does seem that whenever Malaysia come forward, they're devastating in the attack. This is what worked before. Passes through the centre. Alvarez, another shot. Lovely pass there to Ruud Gullit. Oh, but it's saved it again. The shooting is the issue.
That's a brilliant save for the goalkeeper. And you can see Gullit not being of benefit here to Saudi Arabia in this instance. Of course, part of those 3 key players from phase 1, hence where you can see Gullit on one side of the field and Gullit on another. As Julian Alvarez lines up the corner for Saudi Arabia. Can they get a goal back before half-time? Ball delivered into the box. Header for Del Piero. Clear away by Gullit. Scholes will hack that one away. It'll go out on the far-side touchline, halfway between the 18 and the halfway line. Ticked into the 45th minute. If you're looking for goal that takes them around the ground, currently it stands Japan and Colombia 0-0. Turkey and Greece. Greece are a goal ahead against Turkey. We are with the featured game to kick into half time. And Malaysia take a 2-0 lead, starting exactly how they finished the last tournament here in Riyadh. Basta takes control on the edge of the box, but it's blocked away by Mendes, and into what Kante is Vieri. Gullit in Colombia makes something work here. Puskas puts the play forward to Vieri. Vieri looking to roll it into Gullit, but it's played away by Gattuso.
Yeah, as we mentioned earlier on, Colombia, one of our question marks. Don't know too much about those guys. What we do know a lot about, though, is Brazil, and they had the ball stolen from them in their own penalty box. Poor defending, but a decent finish underneath the keeper there. So potentially an upset brewing.
Yeah, Juninho wasn't able to clear his lines, and as a result, Thailand were able to take great effect from that as we tick into the final moments here before half-time. It's into Kylian Mbappe for Japan. Back out to Roberto Carlos. It's locked away to Lilian Thuram. There goes the half-time whistle. As we now cut back to our featured game here. The host Saudi Arabia are 2-0 down here as they bring it forward with Julian Alvarez. Here's Ruud Gullit. Hullet likes to dance and try and find a way forward. He plays it to Vieira, gets it to Gattuso, back to Hullet. Saudi Arabia looking to probe, and they find a brilliant ball here to Cafu. Cafu with a ball into the box, headed away by Stanisic. Only as far as Vieira. Hullet into Alvarez. Alvarez strikes, and Alvarez scores!
Well done, Saudi Arabia.
Left the door open, it's Julian Alvarez, as you said, just controlled. Right-footed shot into the bottom left-hand corner of the goal. Left the goalkeeper scrambling half-time in Brazil versus Thailand. It's Thailand 1 apiece with Brazil. Brazil have their equaliser. Here is Paul Scholes for the restart for Malaysia. Stanisic on halfway, lifts it up towards Romani. Back towards Vitinha, who's got Nuno Mendes overlapping in towards the 18. Is he going to try and put a ball in? He's passed it to Vitinha. It's Vitinha with a strike. It's a brilliant save.
For once, Malaysia had a shooting opportunity, but it wasn't quite perfect. Brazil.
This is that goal we mentioned, Ronaldo into Nedved. It's a brilliant header. Just was brave in attacking that header for the goalkeeper. Had absolutely no chance, and Juninho has his equaliser.
Saudi Arabia, if they can stand tall here from this corner, they've got a real chance of getting back into this game. And the point against Malaysia would be huge. Because Nuno Mendes takes it, it's cleared away. Brilliant by Rijkaard. His Paul's goals. He's got plenty of goals from that position in his career, but he couldn't this time. And then Saudi Arabia with the free kick as well.
Yeah, again, in those set-piece moments, is that if your goalkeeper can come and collect it, or you can get the right header out, you can really launch a very quick counter-attack down the other end of the field. Weren't able to on that occasion as they suffer the foul, but it will be a free kick here for the host Saudi Arabia. 62 minutes gone here.
If you're Saudi Arabia, do you change anything, or do you feel you can get back into this one? Because it seems like certainly he's getting opportunities.
Yeah, it certainly might do. Meanwhile, talking of opportunities, there's one here for Colombia. Christian Vieri. It's them a one-goal lead against Japan. As Saudi Arabia looks to bring the ball forward. To answer your question, you're quite right. You stick with it. You don't go too committed. It's only the first game. It's only round 1 of your tournament. You don't go too gung-ho too quickly.
And to be honest, against Malaysia, even a -1 goal difference isn't the end of the world, because I've got a feeling Malaysia will be beating some teams by 3 or 4 goals in this group stage.
Yeah, as Paul Scholes gets the ball off of Vieri. Scholes plays it along the ground. It's Vieri inside the 6 yards. Tries to poke it past the keeper. It's a great save. And it's cleared away. Clear of the box, but Scholes has it again for Malaysia down the right-hand side. Wants to play the ball in on the deck into Vitinha. Neat dummy for Vitinha. Malaysia looking forward again. Vieri benefits from a goal. And then back to Mbappe.
Against Malaysia is incredibly tough. It was another save from Petr Cech, but the fox in the box was there to put it away.
Meanwhile, Turkey versus Greece. There's been a goal update. It looks to be the Greeks. It's into Ronaldo. And Panaspol has a second goal. It's 2-0 ahead against Turkey with around about an hour shy on the clock. What a performance that is from Greece.
Yeah, huge one for 2 players, as you mentioned. The console players first, adapting to mobile. They wanted it so badly. Let's have a little look now. Brazil versus Thailand. That was a huge strike, but it was saved.
Yeah, Jan Koller, the sizable Jan Koller, all 6'6" of him.
It's huge.
Absolute mammoth forwards that you can have at your disposal. Forces a save from the goalkeeper, then results in a corner though. So Brazil might have something more to deal with here, as they certainly do have that corner. It's going to be the right foot of the Portuguese, Luis Figo. Plays it in short to Roberto Carlos at the edge of the 18-yard box, and Carlos dances, ball into the box. Koller misses a header. It's very rare you're going to say that on commentary, Cole, but it's gone out to play harmlessly for a Brazil throw-in on this near side.
Yeah, Brazil are now going to take a few changes of their own. It's getting to that point in these games. We do have some big switches here. Is coming on right now for Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, and I get the sense that there's been a goal here, because that was a kick-off reset, which normally suggests that there's been a goal. And we'll just wait for the substitutes to come through so we can have the book on the...
This is exciting for us. Who's taking the lead? We don't know.
There's so many substitutions. We're still waiting for them to all come through. Meanwhile, Neymar to Kaka, as we wait for confirmation. Both teams have gone flying in for it. Ronaldo into the box. Ronaldo! We'll get a goal confirmation now because...
Incredibly effective, and once again, Saudi Arabia have found a way through. A few minutes left, enough time in mobile to get at least 1 for KSA.
Like I said to Harry, goals, Saudi Arabia, Cristiano Ronaldo. If you put them all together, there is a through thread somewhere, as Ronaldo tucks it away. There are goals going in around. We'll wait for them to update, but here is the key word. Malaysia are 3-2 ahead here, so there is still time for Saudi Arabia to claw themselves back into this. But they're going to have to move quick, because that time goes very quickly with 5 in-game minutes left. Here's Kiliksoy. Thanks to McAllister. McAllister to Cruyff. Brought in Nakamura. Nakamura to Kiliksoy. And Mbappe's not done yet. It's in towards Nakamura. Nakamura to see it. Number 1 is a follow-up. And the Frenchman makes it 4. And Mbappe surely has put this game to bed.
You score against Mbappe, he just gets a little bit annoyed and scores back against you twice. KSA have threatened to come back into this one, and on both occasions, Malaysia have come right back forwards, foraged their way through, unpicking the lock, until eventually the open goal is theirs. But it's all from the build-up. It's all from this pass right here, perfectly timed into the middle. Game sense about as good as it gets.
Yeah, you get those little rolls of luck within eFootball. As we get a replay here, we're over to Turkey versus Greece. Xavi Simons breaks through for Turkey, makes it 2-1, makes that game slightly more nervy for Greece, but meanwhile on that featured game, it is Malaysia 4, Saudi Arabia 2, and I think it's a little bit of a scare from Mbappe. I don't think I can stress that enough.
Yeah, but we had the same thing with Indonesia earlier in the console, where they went 2-0 down to Jordan, and then came back to 2-2, and from there just romped their way to every single victory. So it is certainly possible to improve as you go along, and I'm sure that Malaysia and Mbappe will. They might get a 5th in the road. We'll go on. Skill. Oh, they've got a corner out of it as well.
Doesn't matter. There goes the final whistle in our feet. Alia Harvey in the commentary box. Alia, just how much personal pride have these two got representing these nations in this Southeast Asia derby?
I mean, as a Southeast Asian, I was born and raised in Singapore. I'm half Filipino. This is pulling at my heartstrings because naturally, as a Southeast Asian, you want both nations to do really, really well, and I've got such a personal connection to both.
Yeah, as Romani nearly finds a way through there, but yeah, it's that personal pride and that national pride that comes through, and you certainly feel it when you speak to the Southeast Asian nations that are here at the FIFAe World Cup. Especially in the mobile category, is Vitinha on the ball now for Mbappe. Danced around a little bit at the edge of the box. His ball has fallen kindly to Vieri. He's off the post, and Cannavaro will clear. It's the first real sight goal. Meanwhile, there is a goal in the game between Egypt and Saudi Arabia. It's Hullet to Pele, back to Hullet, and Hullet makes it 1-0 for Egypt. They are 1-0 ahead against the host. Meanwhile, we're back with our featured game. Of course, trying to keep you up to date with all the goals as they go in, as Nesta takes evasive action and clears it for a corner, but first time casting eFootball mobile earlier. It just goes to show how quickly these games can move.
It's very, very, very quick. I mean, you think console, it was 10 minutes and a half. This is about 5 minutes here. And just like that, snap of a finger, half-time.
Absolutely, and that's where they evade the time as the ball is poured clear. Comes to Rafael Leo on the left-hand side now. Neat double touch. There's another one there as well. There's a control straight to save. It's ball to ball, and Thailand take the lead.
Wow, I did not see that coming, but Thailand did finish top 4 last year. Malaysia are the champions, but we need to remember, Thailand, they are not a bad side at all.
Absolutely not. They were great benefactors here. They worked the ball really well there. And again, it's just right place at the right time, right at the back post. Diego Forlan there to prod it home. Thailand won't care how it got there. They'll care it's in the back of the net. Meanwhile, there's a replay here between Bahrain and Brazil as N'Golo Kante has it for Brazil. And it's Ronaldo inside of 6 yards, and Brazil have themselves a goal lead against Bahrain. So the world champion are kind of getting back to normal service.
I think so, yeah. I mean, you know what's really interesting about mobile as well? You have to be so quick thinking. The game moves so fast that there really isn't any room for error.
There really isn't. As Hullet to Vieri. Vieri prodded away by Cannavaro. There will be a free kick given the other way, as Cannavaro was impeded by his Italian teammate Christian Vieri. Will be a free kick inside of the 18-yard box. Peter Schmeichel to clear it forward for Thailand. Up to Sorloth there. Appears to have been a goal in Morocco versus India. Diego Forlan has it for Morocco. It's cleared away. Oh, it bounced kindly. And Forlan pops it home. And Morocco take a goal to nil lead. You can see what it means to Morocco to get that lead. Meanwhile, we're back with our featured game as Nuno Mendes plays it to Hullet. Hullet looking towards Romani. It's just poked away by Chiellini, but Romani has it back at the edge of the box. Romani still trying to work a chance, but Tonali will clear. And it's back again. Maybe one more opportunity for Mbappe. Hullet looking for Vieri. Cleared away by Cannavaro. There goes half-time. My voice already needs a breather here.
I'm conflicted on who I'm supposed to be supporting here. I love Malaysia, I love Thailand, I've been to both countries so many times. What a game! That felt like it was 2 minutes in half time.
You blink and you missed it, Alia. That is the brilliance of eFootball Mobile as we're here with Colombia versus Turkey. Hullet driving forward, Van Dijk clears it away for Turkey, and there goes the half-time whistle there. As we keep cutting through the games, that cleared away as Greece had an opportunity. It was saved by India. India having a goal to nil lead as played forward to Zico. It's cleared away. It's Johan Cruyff into Andres Iniesta. Ronaldo in towards Bebeto! What a goal that is! Paris ball makes it 1-1. And we are 9-0. Brilliant one-touch passing, allows the ball into what is a historic and legendary Bebeto with his trademark baby cradle celebration. Brilliant goal from Panas Ball, and Greece make it 1-1.
I think we also need to appreciate how difficult eFootball Mobile really is. It's not easy. You've got a tiny screen, and for them to be playing at this level and scoring the goals that they are, that takes an incredibly high amount of skill.
Yeah, it's sacrifice, it's practice, it's muscle memory, it's all of that put into one lovely game of eFootball as Tonali wins it back. But we're back with the featured game. Thailand still with that goal to nil lead. As Nuno Mendes has it on the near side for Malaysia. Of course, Mbappe, the previous champion, has come in with all this expectation. He finds himself a goal down here. What's he going to try and find in the bag of tricks here? As he plays the ball to Scholes, into Hullet. Malaysia looking to bring it forward. Prodded by Vieri. Romani, great turn! What a goal! Romani out of absolutely nothing. Makes it Malaysia 1, Thailand 1.
I think we need to remember as well, this is a literal Southeast Asian derby. This is more than just eFootball Mobile. This is literal nations. Their heart rates are over 170. The history between both of these nations in real life football is so immense.
The Marseille turn there, Alia. Unbelievable. And again, heart rate spiked. Energy and adrenaline. But the coolness to take a first-time Marseille turn into a wonderful left-footed strike. Left the goalkeeper with no chance of finding it. And that's what you get with a FIFA E World Champion.
I think I might pick up eFootball Mobile as well now, you know.
You may just, as we rejoin here. Egypt have got themselves a second goal against the host Saudi Arabia. As Alvarez to Cafu. Saudi Arabia looking to get the ball into Hullet. It's cleared away as Michel Platini at the edge of the box. Pirlo into Hullet. Egypt, they know that they don't have to do much more here. They have a 2-0 lead with the clock ticking down very quickly in that top left corner. Saudi Arabia have left themselves a lot to do as Hullet has the ball inside of Egypt territory in towards Alvarez. Alvarez neat through ball looking for Ronaldo. It's a bit overhit. It's into the hands of Gigi Buffon. As we come across back to our featured game, Malaysia and Thailand 1 apiece after that stunning goal from Mbappe. The heart rates are still spiked as Bigo, Rafael Leao, Yankola, Ronaldo double touch. Ronaldo finds the gap, and Ronaldo finds the goal. Thailand take the lead again.
Of both of these nations, at the country level, at the league level, this is, I would argue, almost as intense as watching an actual game.
He's the best players in the world at the biggest eFootball tournament in the world. That's a wonderful finish from Ronaldo, carrying the gap. Meanwhile, replay coming in. Kilixoy of India in towards Mbappe, who escaped, and India have themselves a 2-1 lead. Meanwhile, Ronaldo, look at the gap he had to find there. The margins were so acute. As in the other games you can see as well, just to bring you up to speed, because of course we're looking at goals that are going in. Bahrain are 3 goals to nil down against Brazil. Meanwhile, it's 0-0. It's a stalemate between Colombia and Turkey at the moment. Turkey in the white with Xavi Simons into Pavel Nedved. Lloyd Penda looking for Romario, cleared away by Cannavaro, and Colombia will look to bring it forward again, but it's blocked away by Vieira. Vieira down the line, but blocked up by Nuno Mendes. Towards Lilian Thuram's header. Can Colombia build again here as they come forward with Hullet in towards Vieri, blocked away by Saliba, and Ariat goes again up Penda with the header, and it just goes back and forth. It is a real tennis match between these two teams as Romario as into Xavi Simons, finds Pavel Nedved. Nedved with the striking save by the goalkeeper. Thuram's lost possession. Penda with the back post line to play the cross, but Thuram recovers as we get back to our featured game.
I can't watch.
Goalkeeper jerseys well enough to tell you we're going to see a replay here. It's Malaysia who've knocked it down. They've picked the pocket of the Thailand defence, and Malaysia have themselves another goal. It's very much what Cole was mentioning earlier, is that you score one against Mbappe, and it almost annoys him to the point where he goes, right, I'm going to go score
I need to score right now.
Yeah, fantastic move. Benefacted from Abinawar, the champion 2-2. The scoreline is between these two. It has been a phenomenal game of eFootball Mobile. It's not over yet. As Collar recovers the ball, it's Sandro Tonali. Deflected away, Sorloth into Kilixoy, into Vitinha for Malaysia now, inside of Thailand territory, into the 18 for Sorloth. Sorloth onside, into Kilixoy, but he's headed it past the post.
How has he missed that? How has he missed that?
It's a wonderful stall ball into the box. He's inches wide, and that's a big opportunity. Meanwhile, replay coming in. It's Turkey with Romario, and Romario, the goalkeeper gets beaten to it. He got a paw on it, but he panned it off the post. And Turkey have a 1-goal lead against Colombia. Taking the breath, but we've still got goals and we've still got games going on. It's Brazil. We're looking to really stamp their authority. Juninho has channeled that spirit of Ronaldo Nazario by haircut and by goals needed as Rodri has the ball for Brazil. It's 4 goals to nil now. He's been venomous in his pursuit of the 3 points, but better with the strike, but Buffon with the save.
I'm speechless, Wes. I am so speechless. One, how quick this game is, but how much skill all of these nations have. It's a ridiculously amazing watch.
It's mind-blowing is what it is, and especially for the speed they have to operate in. You may get a little bit of grace with the console, but with the mobile, as you rightly said, it's one wrong move and you are stung. As we see here, it's a 2-2 stalemate at the moment. Will there be one more opportunity? And more importantly, who does it fall to? It's currently Ronaldo and Thailand on the ball. Schneider puts the ball across the box. It's saved by the goalkeeper, Mendes, with the clearance. It's Nakamura, though, and Mbappe looking to charge forward. It's Sorloth. Sorloth into Johan Cruyff. Cruyff offside, inside XC. Scores! It's the flying Dutchman that gives Mbappe the lead.
The camera was on because we're fully squatted hiding under the table. Wow, that is why Mbappe is the world champion.
That's moments like that, coolness under pressure, being able to execute when the moment is at its most pressurised. Mbappe calls on the brilliant football and the brilliant right foot of Johan Cruyff. It wasn't quite total football, but it was enough to get it across the line. 3-2 with around about 7 minutes left on the clock. Can Thailand find a response? Or will this leave Mbappe to take this game away and make it 2 wins from 2? What a game this has been as a Gerd has it, and there's not long left in Stanisic. And Ronaldo trying to pressurise from Thailand. Nesta just about gets the ball clear. Up to Kiliksoy, cleared away by Cannavaro. Up towards Jan Koller, who we have a lightning rod for headers, but he's been beaten in that exchange. Here's Alexis McAllister. Plays the ball into the left channel. 6 minutes of added on time here. Although they will go incredibly quickly. Kiliksoy looking to basically just keep the ball away from danger, keep it in the corner. He plays it back to Nuno Mendes. Mbappe showing a little bit of maturity there, just knowing just to calm the game down and kill the clock.
Wes, I genuinely am so stunned by this game. Malaysia-Thailand, Southeast Asian derby, and this featured match has not disappointed us at all today.
And we get it again tomorrow as it looks to be the final whistle inbound. And there goes the final whistle in our featured game.
Welcome to round 3 of the eFootball mobile finals. Abdulaziz, we've got Turkey and India here. Daniel, a returning player. Talk to me about him.
Yes, as we see at the moment, Turkey is leading the first or the second group with 2 wins. And India also are playing really well, with a win and draw, and the same with India. So we are seeing we have a match for the first place now. The winner will probably have a huge chance to advance as first in this group, even though it is too early, but they will cement their place in the first of the group. And the loser will definitely not be out or not be far away, but will have some struggles to come back again.
Definitely, and Turkey here just on the attack. It's Sanali through to Mbappe. Platini by the offside.
Yeah, I mean, he took a little bit of time. He should have just from the first touch, and then he will be through. But it's just simple stuff, simple details.
We do have a replay here for you. Colombia going 1-0 up.
Oh, what a ball.
Talk to us about that goal.
Oh, what a ball. We have seen, Gullit today, he's doing some magic here. But the vision, the pass, the timing shows the quality of the player.
Platini here through on goal. Well saved again by Turkey.
Yeah, the goalkeepers are doing pretty well job today. They are saving some insane balls.
Can India counter-attack here? We've got Hazard through to Zico, onto Son coming up the right wing. Fantastic through ball back to Zico, but again, well defended by Turkey.
Yeah, we see now, I think this is one of the most beautiful goals that we have seen today. What a goal from Malaysia. The guy who's, I think, dominating his group, and he's only 1 game away from leading the group.
Definitely, and we also have, with this match, Turkey being a new nation into 2025, and India actually finishing top 4 last.
Wow. I think India is like the dark horse of this tournament so far, because they are playing really well also. Saudi Arabia. Oh, wow. Is that the goal? How lucky. But I think it's deserved, though.
India here through on goal with Zico. He shoots, but just doesn't get to Son. But it's a good attempt.
He was so lucky over there. But it's part of the game.
Still 0-0 as we are about to go into half-time for our featured match. The ball lands back at Turkey's feet, but Perlo right place.
This is a very close game. Both teams haven't lost a game today. And both of them are playing really well. They are getting points. They are getting the job done so far.
No added time at all. As we look at the other games for you, Morocco and Colombia 1-1 so far.
Okay, that's good for Morocco because I think they are in a good place at the moment. Colombia are playing really well also.
And this is the goal that we had with Morocco. Pele through into Castro, and that was the equalizer for 1-1.
He wanted to clear the ball, but it was really wrong. Another pass, extra pass by Gullit also. Nice goal by Morocco.
Into Gullit, and you were just saying how amazing Gullit is.
He's amazing. He's one of those players who can create at the moment. Oh no, not yet. I think this game will be decided by 1 goal.
That's definitely what it's looking.
Yeah, because both of the players, they know each other.
India on the attack through to Kylian Mbappe. Well defended. Very, very well defended by Turkey. That's why they're top of the group at the moment. But India, a quick counter-attack.
Yeah, you might be good in creating chances, but you have got to be better in defending. And that's what Turkey are doing at the moment. Oh, this is really nice. Yeah, this is the goal you have just seen. Very nice ball. Composure, and then he put it in the far post.
Again, see India on the attack. Perlo, can he get to Eden Hazard? Well defended again by Turkey.
Oh, yes. I think they are one of the very best teams in this tournament so far. I believe Turkey didn't concede a lot.
No, they haven't. On goal difference, that's why they're top of the table. It's just 1 goal. India and Turkey, they actually tied for first place. So this is an extremely important match to see who goes top of the table.
Exactly. And imagine in 3 games so far, Turkey only conceded 1 goal. Shows how good defensively they are.
Got Patrick Vieira through to Eden Hazard. Can he make it to Zico? Yes, he does. Are they on the attack?
He rushed it a bit here. He could have just waited a bit, and give the players space to move.
through to Nedved. Fantastic through ball. Nice. To make it 1-0 here. Well defended. Patrick Vieira. That's why he was one of the best players in the world.
He's so good in defense. Oh, what a ball. Great defense. The game is so quick in eFootball Mobile that you really enjoy watching.
It's a very fast-paced game. That's what me and Wes were saying. It's in a blink of an eye, the game just...
Exactly. And goals come so easily.
Just to update all of you on our other games as well. Malaysia, Bahrain still sitting at 1-1. Egypt, Brazil at 0-0. But Morocco, Colombia going into half-time.
4 goals in 1 half. I think that's a lot.
Will we see another goal here just before half-time? Tries to get it through to Pele. Balls back with Kante. Pull it. Back Back over to Puskas. Will Hullet make it 4-1?
Great save.
Well, that's the thing with eFootball Mobile.
Good.
You just have to shoot whenever you've got the chance.
You are right, and you have a player like Gullit who can shoot from everywhere and create chances to the strikers.
Vieri for Malaysia.
Is that Gullit again?
Again.
He's insane. He's insane.
What a player, Malaysia. I mean, that's why he's the reigning champion. But we take you back over now to India.
You know, Malaysian player can... Maybe he has like the higher chance to go back-to-back and to win the tournament again, maybe.
I think that's his goal. He does want to win it again, especially that he has that pressure on him. But this India-Turkey game still sitting at 0-0. India here on the counter. Gakpo.
Yeah, look. Oh, very nice. Oh my God, look at the minute.
The last minute of the game, India have made it 1-0.
Oh, wow. I mean, they have waited for this moment for the entire game. Very nice low pass and a very good control, composure, and to the near post. That's amazing and a classic finish.
And if you aren't aware as well, Daniel's actually got his father with him. It was the same as last year. On the right side of him, he's got his father, and I'm sure that's so reassuring.
Of course. I mean, having your father by your side. Oh, what a boost he has.
1-0. This is a huge, huge, huge 3 points for India. It's going to put them at the top of the table. Fantastic goal, fantastic player. Wow. I mean, you said it earlier, Abdul. It was going to finish 1-0.
Exactly, and that's what exactly happened because this game looks very close. Both of the players haven't lost a single game. Look to the relationship between the father and son. That's what we like to see.
Don't you just love it? Father and son. We also need to give a shout out to Daniel's dad. He is so incredibly supportive.
Tournaments of the year. So by reaching the knockout stage and being one of the very few best countries in the world, this is something really huge.
Thailand here, what's likely going to be the final attack of the game. He shoots.
Oh my God.
Very, very nearly equalizing here, but it's still sitting 2-1 to Saudi Arabia.
Close. That was so close.
Fantastic defending. Last few seconds of the game. Thailand have a corner kick here. Can they convert and can they equalize to walk away with at least a point? Got Lewis Figo taking the corner. Schmeichel's there, just not enough. And we are not long away from Saudi Arabia having their win.
What a game. Congratulations to Saudi Arabia for winning the first game in eFootball Mobile. What a moment.
I mean, how proud are you of Saudi Arabia right now?
I'm extremely proud of the player because coming back from 2 defeats is not easy and winning.
Well, it's a top versus a bottom matchup in Group B of FIFAe 2025 featuring eFootball Mobile, and India huge favourites of these.
Oh yes, India are playing really well. As you see, father and son are working so hard together, and they managed to grab 7 points without dropping or without losing any game today. And on the other side, we have Japan, who are actually playing not so good at the moment. So maybe it is the time either to make the points for India goes up to 10, or maybe, let's say, the first win for Japan.
Well, we've already seen some Indian pressure right at the start, and we can see that a lead has been taken by Brazil against Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, who had a lively start, and that's a lovely goal there.
Oh, yes.
Elsewhere.
The long pass, and then the pass also, the extra pass inside the box, and the finish. I mean, shows the quality of the player. I mean, of course, that's why he is like 7 points ahead.
Yes, you can already see in these early stages of this mobile mode that early pressure can tell that Japan have managed to break through, and they have to be making the most of these opportunities. They're not going to have the ball too much in the Indian half. I think we're going to see plenty of Indian pressure, and that so far is the tale of the game. So we see an early shot here from Daniel and India. Insiko thinks about it. Dribbles past a couple, nearly another danger zone.
Oh yes, I mean, that was very nice. He tried to do some skill move there inside the box. With Zico, probably he's the only one who can do that magic.
More Indian pressure, passed the ball nicely in front of the Japanese penalty box. The shot comes in. Song Jin-min has control of the ball. Here's Zico again, but it's wide. And surely Daniel should have had the lead by now.
Oh yes, India are playing really well. You know, he's trying to find the gaps between the defense. He's creating chances one after another. He was so unlucky there.
Equally, we see Thailand taking the lead against Bahrain, so no real surprises there, but Bahrain, one of the players in the teams that we didn't know too much about going forwards. And what a ball that is! If we see Van Basten getting onto that, could have been dangerous for India.
Oh yes, I mean, Japan could do something there. And if they manage to beat India, oh, what a win. That's not only 3 points, I think that's 6 points for them.
Yeah, basically, if they do beat them, suddenly they can potentially leapfrog a couple of teams in this table. They have to do some defending first. Here is Eden Hazard trying to get that finish. Not there again, so surprisingly, this one's still at 0-0. As it looks like Colombia have taken the lead against Greece.
Oh,
finish the near post. Could the keeper have done better?
Probably you're right, but you know, in Gullit, oh, that's really nice. What a strike. Is that the first goal for India?
That is. That's 1-0. The deadlock is finally broken, and you can see what it means to Team Daniel over there. Love seeing this guy on camera, and you can tell how much it means to him to represent his country.
Of course.
Well, India do eventually get their lead. Maybe they could be a couple up if the finishing had been a little bit better, but we have, as we mentioned, seen a few danger signs from Japan. There's another lead has been taken.
Oh, what a ball. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. From the start of this build-up until the end, I mean, amazing goal from Egypt. And pure talent over there.
India trying to double their lead and feeling a bit more comfortable now after that first goal. A few flicks come out in the centre of the park. Then Hazard has the ball, tries to pick out Son Heung-min. He takes a touch, but it's well defended in the end. Japan doing just about enough to keep this one just at 1.
But, you know, I'm not seeing much from them, to be honest. Right after they scored, I mean, India, I didn't see anything from Japan.
Maybe half-time will be a real chance for the Japanese player to make a couple of changes. It's not looking like he's going to have any sustained pressure right now as Hazard does pass a couple, takes it to the post. And again, Japan get away with one. The last kick of the half. It could be 2, it should be 2, but still, it's 1-0.
Oh, I mean, lucky Japan that they only conceded 1 goal in the first half. India playing really well over there. They are creating chances. They scored the first goal. They tried to go for the second, but the post denied that.
Well, Daniel said in his pre-match interview that nothing except first place would be good enough. After last season's heartbreak was the big favourite coming out of the group stages, and sadly for him, just couldn't turn that into a tournament victory. Here we'll take a little look at Morocco versus Turkey, while over in Japan versus India, they make the half-time changes. And so far, this looks like a cagey game of eFootball Mobile.
I think so, yes. This is one of those games where maybe 1 goal would be more than enough.
Yeah, it does look like there's a lot of play in the centre of the midfield. Incisive passes, scarce. Pele does find Ronaldinho. There's a pass below him, he's found him as well. DeMarco has a chance to put this ball into the box. It's well blocked.
Yeah, he tried to go to the wing because he saw a little bit of gap, but good defense. He blocked it over there.
Yeah, I don't mind what I'm seeing right now from Morocco in this brief phase. It does seem that we're entering a little bit of Moroccan pressure. Morocco, who are currently second in their group behind India, so
they're doing well.
They're doing well, but you'd think if they are to keep pace with India and the others, they'll have to win this game against Turkey. But Turkey in third as well, so a real tight group in Group B.
Yeah, right. As we see with the results so far, we see Colombia are leading against Greece and Egypt winning against Malaysia, and of course Brazil are winning against Saudi.
Colombia, who have this lead against Greece. Greece, who started off so well in the first game, but couldn't quite turn it into a victory. The two Greek players who've made it here after not qualifying on console found a way to get here to Riyadh. So desperate just to represent their nation. And that's what they're doing, but certainly being put to the test against Colombia, a team who are currently sat on 4 points, 2 above the Greeks. And with this win, if they can see it out, that will be 6 above the Greeks.
Yeah, probably this is the first time I see someone using Cruyff in their starting 11.
It's nice to see that, though, isn't it? It's nice to see different players used. Like we have Brazil on the console who focus more on style and flair above being big and dominant, so it's good to see the same in mobile.
Yeah, and also we see Jonsoki Nakamura, the Japanese player, you know. So it's good to have this kind of players in your squad because they give you the ability to create more chances to have a different way of playing.
Malaysia versus Egypt. Egypt winning this one. This is a real potential top-of-the-table battle over in Group A. Malaysia on 7 points going into this one, Egypt on 6, so Egypt would leapfrog Malaysia. What a result this could be for the Egyptians if they can see it through. It would be absolutely huge for them. I mean, there's a lot of close games going on in this game round, a lot of teams that are connected in the table, and that's making some exciting games.
Yeah, because I think this is very important round, and it could decide a group, you know. If you manage to win, you can cement yourself probably in the best 4 and go to the knockout stage. And if you lose, probably you are more likely going to make it so hard on you.
Well, here we go, back to our feature game, and India have a slender lead against Japan. But here come India forwards. Didn't quite get to that one. Petrick had to be careful with that goal kick, almost carrier style, cannoned in off an attacker, which could have left them in all sorts of trouble. But for now, Totti has the ball. He finds Hazard. There's a chance here for India if they can pick their pass. A lovely back heel towards Totti. Here comes the shot. That is the goal that Daniel was waiting for to make this one comfortable. Here, a touch of class from Daniel. And then the finish was exactly what was needed. It's a long way back now for Japan.
Oh, yes. I mean, to come back from 2-0 defeat against such a good player like India, it is really hard, but, you know, it's not impossible.
Yeah, we have seen a couple of 2-goal comebacks. It's going to start as Mbappe shoots. It's nice interplay there on the Japanese penalty box. And we will have, on the Indian penalty box, we will have a Japanese corner. Can they be dangerous from these situations?
They need a goal from that. They need a goal.
Sushon will have to pick carefully what sort of corner he goes for. You can see immediately he goes into the settings to make some tweaks. Potential personnel changes or just tactical tweaks, would you say?
I think it's a little bit tactical, and also he will need to use some fresh legs. There's nothing much left, and probably has some good players on the bench.
For sure, especially when you've been defending for 60, 65 minutes. Always so much more exhausting to play without the ball than it is to play with it. Well, here we go, here's the corner. It's sent with 25 minutes left. Japan need to make something happen and soon. Japan, who are much hyped coming into this event, they're currently set on 1 point after 3 games. Could this be the moment their whole tournament changes? They take it short. Pass out to Roberto Carlos. He goes for the shot. But it's saved well by India and their goalkeeper.
Oh, that goes in. It will be different. Oh, what a pass! What a pass! Samir, inside the box. He crosses. Oh, what a goal! Oh, oh, la 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 la.
Precise. Of course, the mobile controls, it is even trickier. Do not underestimate, if you're new to this esport, how much skill it takes to control these players with a flat screen.
Yeah, you have 11 players, you need to control them.
When you put it like that, there's a lot to consider and a lot to think about. And Japan are going to have to do some serious soul-searching. This is not the day they had in mind. Can they make the goal difference? It's a little bit less painful. Not this time. And you can see some frustration there from the Japanese player in the bottom right of your screen. There's another perfect through ball comes in from Daniel. And Vieira boots it away.
I think Daniel is like the best player to play counter-attack in this tournament. His counter-attacks are so deadly. Ah, that's nice, yeah. The fake shot.
Playing a real flair now, Daniel. A player who, as we mentioned, truly thought at times he was going to win last year's tournament, couldn't quite do it. And I think he comes back here with a lot of frustration to break through, but he has to defend it. Nice goal for Japan, a reminder of how good they can be.
Too late, but you know, comes late better than nothing, no?
Absolutely, and of course, with 3 points for a win, you've got Greece 1 point ahead of you, at least going into this game day. Turkey 3 points ahead of you, Morocco 4 points ahead of you. So there's still an entire round of games tomorrow. There is a world where Japan come back tomorrow after a good night's sleep, look at the tape, and they are more than capable of winning games in this tournament.
Exactly that. And that's the beauty of this tournament. Even if you didn't play well in the first day, you still have another chance in the second day.
And if you did play well, you can't rest on your laurels. You have to keep on going, you have to improve even further, because I can guarantee if you do not, then your opponents will, as the referee almost gets in the way. Daniel goes for a cheeky 1-1. He got it on target, but better catching practice for him. Petr who went into ice hockey, I believe, after he retired in professional football.
I think so, yes. Oh, massive congratulations.
One thrown. The 2 world champions will butt heads here with eyes to unify the belt, if you will, by the end of this weekend. Whereas it's Brazil against Malaysia, and, well, it's the current world champion of the Konami circuit, Brazil's Juninho, who starts things off against Mbappe here very strongly. CR7 that time.
Yeah, it's 2 eFootball heavyweights going toe-to-toe in the group stages of the FIFA World Cup here in Riyadh, as there's a corner here for Brazil, but it'll be who scores first and set the tone.
There's Ronaldinho standing over it. I saw Mbappe in the last round falter slightly after winning his first 2 matches. Dropped points to Bahrain and then, of course, lost in the previous round. So the informed Brazilian here, no doubt, will be the one to watch. From Mbappe, he'll be hoping it was just a blip. The last 2 games, you know, from 6 points, he's scored only 1. He would love a big statement victory here to end the day on a positive note. For Juninho in possession here with Mbappe. It's a scalp he'd love to take.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a reminder, though, that Mbappe is human, is that he's dropped a couple of points here and there, but he'll look to try and reassert that dominance quite quickly.
Indeed he will. Of course, not just our featured match we'll be taking a look at. We'll be seeing from around the grounds as well. The opening goal, 20 minutes gone. It's Daniel, it's India, it's 1-0. With a nicely worked goal there to open the scoring.
Yeah, beautiful ball in there to Zico, just trotted it home first time. And again, another player that started off as they kind of ended their tournament last year.
Group B well and truly within Daniel's grasp. Juninho is dispossessed in the opening 25. He's been the one on top here, Wes. It's been difficult really for Mbappe and Malaysia to keep possession for more than 10-15 seconds at a time.
Yeah, speaking of which, there's a replay in here, and it's Bahrain versus the host Saudi Arabia. Zico closing a goal. That's a wonderful goal, right into the top bins.
Bahrain have action here. Yeah, Bahrain into the lead, but we did miss while we were watching that. Malaysia's Mbappe just striking the woodwork, so don't be deceived by the replays covering Mbappe's handiwork here. He has had his first strike of the game. There's been more goals elsewhere as well. The Blue Samurai struggling so far in the group stages, but Japan look to have struck first here. Mbappe for them. Puts them one up against Turkey.
Yeah, it's his first time strikes that are the undoing of a lot of defences immobile.
That's the Kante here. Juninho would love a goal in the first half. CR7 in the air. Back to Mbappe. Perhaps one too many. Could have gone for goal, but N'Golo Kante will get the ball back here, killing Mbappe into the box. Nice footwork! It's the
Idles in Neymar with the hands out celebration, sticking out the tongue. We thought the chance had gone. We managed to work it again to Juninho. Found a goal. Meanwhile, a goal gone in here between Thailand and Egypt.
That's not the only goal that has gone in. Roberto Carlos up from the back, sticking that one home. A goal that Thailand will surely want. Results not really gone the way they've been hoping after day one. That puts them in front against an Egyptian side that have been in fine form. Half-time approaching here, Wes. And a last chance of the half here for Malaysia. What can Mbappe conjure up? Johan Cruyff threatening the Brazilian box, but that will be the end of half number one. And we'll keep the action going here. Morocco against Greece.
Yeah, currently fighting each other to a stalemate at the moment. From what I've seen at the corner of my eye, I think Morocco, they've been a bit in the ascendancy, and they have the ball again.
Yeah, DiMarco back inside to Pele. Ronaldinho. It's been a favourite pick of some of these mobile players. We haven't seen it too much across both platforms, but Ronaldinho, my personal favourite player of all time, made me fall in love with the game. Glad to see him picked. That epic card gives him plenty of skill moves, plenty of dribbling. And Greece, well, defending him well so far. 0-0 after an hour gone. Oh, nice through ball to Bebeto as he stayed on side. Oh, it doesn't matter. Finish is just wayward there.
There's a mirror between mine and Panaspol's reactions there, head in hands. I thought that was in. Really well worked from Greece, but they can't find the cutting edge. And as such, the stalemate remains.
Well, half-time has been and gone in our featured match. Juninho and Brazil up 1-0. Easily the biggest test of Malaysia's tournament so far. And I don't want to use the term on the ropes just yet, Wes, but it's been difficult for them to threaten the Brazilian goal outside of that one strike that hit the woodwork while we were watching the replay.
Yeah, and that's the key moment, is that there's these chances that fall by the wayside as Brazil are in again.
Oh, CR7! It's offside anyway. Or is it a penalty? It is a penalty. He's pointed to the spot. Even Juninho can't believe it, Wes.
Advantage gained after the shot had gone, you'd have thought, but it was clumsy. You can see what Malaysia were trying to do. Juninho has a massive moment here.
Oh, the man who was fouled. He won the penalty. Up against Petr Cech, straight down the middle. Brazil 2.
But when you're a man that's rocking a haircut of R9 proportions, stature and confidence, it just comes with the territory.
It was a clumsy tackle. The ball had gone. Perhaps concentration levels slipping here for Malaysia. Brazil capitalising. The CR7 converted penalty. Makes it 2-0 now here in the second half.
The goal's going in around the grounds as well. I'm sure those pictures will be brought to you shortly, but right now it's back to the featured game.
Malaysia on the ball. Into the box now, Romani with a nice right back. Oh, OK. All right. There's one back, Wes, and with half an hour, a good couple of chances in this game here for Malaysia.
Counter punching at its finest, just when you think you've got into the game, just, you know, the old football adage goes, you're always most vulnerable when you've just scored. And that is a warning sign for Juninho that, hey, look, Mbappe is still the reigning champion here. This is his domain. He will not go quietly into the night.
No, he will not. The man who was champion last year, topped the group, only dropped a game to India en route to lifting the trophy that takes centre stage here in the arena. As you said, a bit of a wake-up call perhaps for Juninho. It's not going to be that easy. Ball put through to Kante. Mbappe into the box now. Too close to Petr Cech. That's bread and butter for a goalkeeper of his stature. About 20 in-game minutes from full-time. Mbappe seems to be a sleeping giant here, and I wonder, will he be awoken very soon with defensive work from Brazil? But Malaysia, they smell the blood in the water. The sharks are circling. And here's what's happening elsewhere. 1-1 in this game. Oh, what a turn. Social in Japan back in front against Turkey here. Hell of a goal.
Turned him like it wasn't even there, and back to the featured one. Brazil looking to try and progress, but another snuff out by Malaysia.
Time ticking down. 10 minutes to go. It's been a few months since Juninho beat Ding 2-0 back in July in Tokyo to secure his first ever world title. And here in the group stages, on day one, well, he's looking to pass the eye test here in the group stages. He's the reigning champion of this competition. He's keeping the ball very well.
Yeah, the crowd are ironically cheering with every pass, and possession is king here. Oh,
that's a nice knock on Mbappe. Did he go for goal there just to force the corner, I wonder?
It clipped off the post on its way out, but again, time really not on Mbappe's side here.
3 minutes at a time.
We'll have to be very direct for Malaysia to try and steal something out of this game. Mbappe, what can you show us? It has to be now. It's cleared up the pitch by Juninho, and the referee signals full time. A massive 2015 world champion of this very competition. Abdulaziz, fantastic to have you here. We have Italy ready to take on Thailand. Which way do you see it, my friend?
Oh yes, what a game we have in our hands. Italy that has probably multiple world champion, which is El Torito. And we have also Thailand, where they have, let's say, a very talented player. But we are talking about 2 versus 2 here. It is not 1 against 1 anymore. It's 2 versus 2. It's a combination of 2 players. It's really difficult match.
Well, it is indeed. And it looks like Italy here starting really well. Oh! Torito takes the first strike. He'll win his team a corner.
That was really nice fake shot at the edge of the box. And he tried to put it, let's say, on the far post, but that was a very good save from the goalkeeper.
Yeah, a much needed one indeed. It's one thing I love about this competition is we get to see the heart rate monitors as well. So
oh my God.
you see Torito there, bottom left, 134. He saw that chance to score the first goal of this competition.
Yeah.
Corner though for Italy, punched away. Second chance perhaps on the way soon for the Azzurri. Of course, didn't feature last year. They'll be chomping at the bit to try and make something happen. What a force they've got with them, of course.
Yeah, as we can see, yeah, we have 6 minutes passed already. Italy is like controlling the game, creating more chances, trying to take full advantage. Or, I mean, to be honest, we didn't see much of Thailand at the moment.
Yeah, it's been defensive work, the name of the game. Elsewhere, we have an early goal. It's Turkey taking on Saudi Arabia and the host nation behind early on. So Turkey continuing where they left off last year.
Oh yes, I mean that was very nice goal, you know. Khalid and then through. Very good finish, very nice start from Turkey. But yeah, it's still too early. I think there is another goal also from Jordan probably.
Well, we'll keep an eye on around the grounds for now. Thailand are venturing forward for their first game. That one, though, flagged for offside. Here is that goal you were talking about, Abdulaziz.
Oh my God, Jordan is leading 1-0 against the favorite team, Indonesia.
That is a very, very big shock there. I think that was Virgil van Dijk up from the corner that finished that goal there.
Yes. But, you know, as we said earlier, it doesn't matter if you are the current world champion or you have won multiple World Cup champions. You are here, you need to prove that. And that shows the level is very close.
Well, Italy venturing forward here. It's Naples here with a chance, blocked at the first time of asking by Thailand. It will come right back at them, though. The Azzurri trying to turn the screw here in the opening 20. But elsewhere, there has been a goal between Morocco and Mexico. This the second of the game, an equaliser by Morocco.
Wow.
It's all action here.
Oh my God, goals, you know, coming in. And oh, Mario, nice goal. You know, as far as we see at the moment, especially on this game, Italy took full advantage and they tried. And they are creating more chances, but sometimes if you do not score, you will definitely concede.
Here's the replay. First real chance of the game by Thailand. That had the heart rate spiking on the blue side of the stage. The players locked into their pods down on the arena floor for the next 3 rounds. Approaching the first 25 minutes of the game. Thailand corner, headed into danger and dealt with, I believe, by Italy. And now have a chance now to venture forward themselves.
Yes, as we can see at the moment, we are talking about 2 different teams with 2 different play styles. Indonesia or Thailand came from Asia, and Italy, the, let's say, European classic style, where they try to keep the ball and create chances either from the wing or from the middle.
I can tell you there's been a goal elsewhere. They had a miserable time last year, but the Blue Samurai of Japan have struck here. It's Figo, I believe, who tucks this one home to score first. So Japan on the board here. in the first round of matches.
Oh, yes. I mean, who expected that Jordan will lead against Indonesia? And now also we see that Saudi Arabia is also losing against Turkey. And yeah, it's pretty close here, huh?
Yeah, that chance almost for Thailand, but for the referee's assistant holding the flag up. So the first half still 0-0 between Italy and Thailand, the battle of two world champions. Cannot be split so far.
Oh yeah, I think we have a goal here.
Well, here's the goal you're talking about. It's
Oh,
bullet in, and that makes it 2, I believe.
Oh, yes.
So 2-0 to Jordan.
Oh my God, Jordan, I mean, they come here for business, you know? Oh, that's a nice goal.
Very nice goal against the nation that won it handedly last year.
You know something, always the first game is like the hardest game. If you do not win, if you do not play well, sometimes it will affect, let's say, the other games. And I think that's what's exactly happening with Indonesia at the moment.
Oh, chance for Thailand to trouble the Italian defence, but, well, looking elsewhere, it seems that Indonesia, and it seems so strange to say this, they're the nation that have to stop the rot earlier on in game one.
Exactly.
But late on in the first half, Thailand corner on the far side. The Italians famous for their defence. Can they produce a defensive performance here? They'll need to at the latter stages of the first half. And that one cleared out of danger, up for a goal kick. Just looking at the heart rates. 130 plus for both of our Thai representatives.
Yeah, sometimes being a little bit nervous is good for the player to stay more focused.
So Fonket tries to pump one forward. Just me on the ball now, crosses it early, tries to make the goalkeeper work, called into action, and I wonder if there's maybe one last attack of the half here. Which way will it go? To Italy or Thailand? It's been a bit of a slow start really for both nations, but I think the referee would have seen enough at the end of half number one. Our first 45 minutes of our featured match ends goalless.
Yes, I think we saw Italy playing really well in the first 15 minutes in game time, and then it's all about Thailand, to be honest. But still the game is very close. I think it will be a draw, I think, with the way both teams are playing. Oh, that was very close.
Yeah, we'll jump into Mexico against Morocco. The Mexicans last year did not compete in this competition this year, proving that they're worthy of being here. That one, was a strong save, and it needed to be. So we'll just follow this one through to half-time. As the corner comes in, we're going to be looking a lot for Jan Koller, the tall man, the target man in the box, trying to head and finish those ones. Oh, and there is the cross, but the header off target, just flattered to deceive there.
So close. I mean, how could Cristiano miss something like that? But yeah, until now, the big surprise for me is Indonesia losing 2-0 against Jordan.
Yeah.
Is Jordan the dark horse?
It could well be. I mean, Saif Al-Haka, he is someone who has been there or thereabouts in the 1 versus 1 game, does so well in the Arab League, as Mexico here are trying to pour forward. He would love to put Jordan on the map in the FIFA World Cup featuring eFootball Console 2025. But that one is at half-time now, 1-1. We'll jump into the second half here. It's a South American derby, Brazil-Chile.
Yes.
And I think a lot of eyes this tournament, Abdulaziz, will be on João Victor. He talks the talk, but more often than not, he can back it up as well with his skills. He's a different type of player, likes to use those skill moves.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of 2 versus 2, because it's not only about you, Joao. You have to be really good with your partner to know when you can attack, when you create chances, when you defend together, and then let's see and take it from there. But up until this moment, Chile is playing really well, and they give Brazil hard time.
Yeah, Brazil definitely the favourites in that match, but back on over to our Battle of the World Champions. The second half is underway now between Thailand and Italy. They're going to tweak some things, so let's go and see how Japan and Poland are doing. Obviously, we saw Japan get that earlier goal. Poland will be disappointed with how that went down, but Japan last year, they really never got going. They made it so difficult on themselves. They tried everything they could. They made half-time substitutes of players holding the controllers. And they were out in the group stages. But Poland, well, that's a really nice
what a save.
Saved well. It will be a Polish corner here early on in the second half.
Probably losing from last year for Japan. Let's say gave them a lot of experience to come again and try, because winning against Poland is not something easy at all.
Certainly is not. The Poles have a corner far side. I still remember last year, as we go back to our featured match between Italy and Thailand, just acts of Japan holding his head in his towel once Japan got eliminated in the group stages. He was absolutely heartbroken. So it's a new year, a new opportunity, as Italy's corner is defended well, or has it, as the goalkeepers had to come a long way. It's cleared though.
I mean, until now, Italy need to find solutions. They need to do something. It's either they need to create chances from the middle. Okay, here is another goal.
At the third time of asking.
Mexico is leading. Oh, finally, we see the first goal of this match. And I think Italy, yes. So Italy is leading 1-0. Thailand. They played well so far, but I think that was very well deserved goal.
Yeah, you can just see it.
Oh, nice goal.
Headed down, isn't it? This all stems from a mistake in the midfield by Thailand. And you cannot give Eserito and Naples that kind of opportunity, because that will come back to bite you. They've made them pay. And Thailand now trail Italy 1-0.
I think Italy played really smart in this game. They waited patiently for the goal, and once they had the chance...
Oh, Indonesia on the board.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what happened with Italy. Now, it's all about, let's say, defense, because they may only need this goal to win this match.
Yeah, based on how Thailand have been attacking. You definitely think that their goals have been coming few and far. We've seen Eserito on the ball now. Tries to weave his way in and find his countrymate. Come back out here. Long range strike maybe available.
Nice.
Oh, who is that? Oh,
what
bullet
a ball.
in the box, but offside. Just went a bit too early.
You know, I think the chemistry between the two players of Italy is like really, really good. The movement, the weight, the timing of the pass, it shows there is a huge chemistry between these two players. And probably that's what El Torito and Naples were working on, you know?
Absolutely. Here in the South American derby, Brazil-Chile, still 0-0, and with only 10 minutes plus a little bit of change left on the clock, we're starting to see those heart rates creep up now. We're in crunch time in this match. Elsewhere, Japan still lead Poland 1-0. I'm looking between Saudi Arabia and Turkey. That one is 2-2.
Yes.
So goals around the grounds make the results so interesting here, Abdulaziz.
What a game. I mean, 2-2, the first game. Who did you predict?
I would have thought Turkey there. So that is really, really fascinating. But here, Poland, they would love an equaliser, but Japan is standing strong. Back to our featured match, Thailand having to defend.
Of course, that's what they have to do. But if they want to come back in this game, they will need to come a little bit out of defense and try to create chances.
0-0, Brazil, Chile. Something tells me there's a bit of drama to come here between these two nations in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's only a matter of one goal, to be honest.
On paper, Brazil, by far and away the favourites.
Is that...
Well, is this the chance? No. Smartly out with Chile. And Fixito and Waghorn, well, they have potentially produced the first steal of a result, if you will, of this tournament so far. 4 minutes left, and Brazil starting to pour forward. There might even be 3 points in it for them here if they can find a breakthrough with the Brazilian defence.
And yeah, I mean, to be honest, Chile, they are playing really, really well. I mean, the chemistry between the two players, it shows in the game. They are controlling the game up until this moment. Nothing much left. And Brazil, you know, but you know, that's what happens with always. I mean, the first game, believe me, the first game is always like the hardest game.
No, Italy still chasing a second goal here. As Thailand are being well and truly looked at.
Oh,
Mexico
probably, yes.
To make it 3-1 against Morocco there.
Yeah.
Great start for Mexico, of course, did not feature last year. They're proving their worth. So 20 in-game minutes remain for Italy to defend their lead and for Thailand to try and ask some kind of question to the Azzurri and see if they can find at least one chance here. But it's been all Italy so far, from what we've seen.
Honestly, I mean, Italy, from the very first minute, they were controlling the game. They were playing how they want. They scored the first goal, and they are probably closer to score the second goal more than Thailand coming back to this game, to be honest.
Well, here is Hullet for Italy. One of their phase 1 players, their key players. They chose one of the first 3 players on the team sheet for them.
Yeah, CR7, Van Dijk and Gullit for Italy.
The tactic seems to be working so far. The draft seems to fit their play style. At least that's what we're seeing so far against one of their toughest opponents here in the group, in Group A. That's another Thailand mistake. Esserito on the ball, out to Naples now. Far side to Hullet. This is the 3-time world champion Esserito. Can't find his countryman though. And now Thailand, can they break? Nice, still there. What can the world champion of this year do? Nice ball roll, stunning strike as well. But blocked, and Italy survive.
Still almost 7 in-game minutes time left. Thailand, they will need to change something because it seems the current formation and tactic is not really working. Otherwise, I think Italy will, let's say, seal the deal in this game.
That's a really nice chance though for Thailand. Forces the save from Italy.
Yes, that's what they need to do. They will need to be a little bit more creative. Go to the wing, try to find gaps, and strike from there.
It's that epic Christian Vieri chosen in phase 2 by Thailand with the best chance of the game for them so far. Well, reigning champions Indonesia in their first match are staring down the barrel of defeat, but here's a really nice chance. Here's Elga, crosses it through!
Oh, wow. They came back.
What a time to jump to this match. Rizky Fainan, the man on your screen, equalises with time left on the clock. And Jordan, they'll be kicking themselves. 2-0 up, it's now 2-2.
I mean, you cannot throw 2-0 lead away easily that way. But it shows how good Indonesia are. Because to come back against not an easy team like Jordan, And probably they can also add another goal to win this game, you know?
Oh, we'll keep an eye on that one. Indonesia back on level terms. Doubt them at your peril. I just wonder if we've really seen enough from Thailand so far in this game to see an equaliser from them here. There's been one, maybe two good chances. Something tells me Italy have that defensive mentality to survive here. So 90th minute. Cleared by SURTOU.
You know,
have possession is so tough to get the ball back, isn't it?
of course it is. And I think... Oh, okay, I think there is one more chance probably.
The Italian shirts are just diving in. They're putting their bodies on the line here at the FIFA World Cup 2025 with Italy in possession of the football. And we're in the 4th of 4 minutes added on. This is the last chance here for Thailand. Surely not. It's from Sri trying to cross it through, but it's cleared by Italy, and Italy win 1-0, the battle of the world champions.
Welcome to our second feature game here at FIFAe eFootball 2025. Italy versus Brazil, and Abdulaziz, as we were saying on the desk, a very different style of play now for Brazil.
Yeah, but first I'm happy to have you here.
Yes, it's lovely to be here.
Yes.
I've moved rooms, I've quick hopped about 20 metres, and now here I am, and already there's a chance for Brazil. And yeah, this is what I'm looking forward to seeing.
You are welcome, brother. So, we have a very tough game now. As we saw earlier in the first round, Italy won the first game, let's say in a very convincing way. Brazil started the day, let's say, in a very tough way because they faced Chile, who will really give them a hard time.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this level, no one is going to find it easy. And Brazil, even though they're sort of in that conversation for potential victors here, they are no different. Of course, as well as our feature game, there are plenty of other matches going along, and Mexico have taken the lead early doors against Poland.
Oh, yeah, that's very nice goal, you know, when you have a taller player like Jan Kuller, where he can win every air battle, you know, that will make things very easy for your players.
Well, Italy come into this one off the back of a nervy victory over Thailand, but still an impressive one. Any win against those guys is a good one, but this is a great chance to counter for Italy nearly there. Great defending from Brazil in the end.
Yes, this game is very, let's say, both of the players, you know, have won multiple world champions. Italy, you know, we have Torito, where he won many world championships. And of course, for Brazil, we have Joao, who also won the World Cup. So let's say the battle of the champions, as we say here. And also, it is not an easy game. This is really nice ball. Oh, what a goal.
Brazil living up to their name. You can see why this squad is so respected. Henriquinho in the team this year as well. Wasn't here last year and Brazil finished second. Drafted in.
Oh, that's really nice. I mean, attacking from the mid and trying to find the gap. Even Torito doesn't know what happened there, but that was really, really nice goal. Patient, chemistry, and the score, finding the gap between the defense.
Yeah,
and
lovely pass.
Very nice finish, yeah.
Fantastic touch. It was that touch right here that just takes them away from the Italian defense. And then who else but Ronaldinho?
Oh, what a goal.
Always playing with that smile on his face.
Probably Brazil now, let's say, found the moment, you know, where they can at least shine and show their quality. As we can see here, is that Thailand taking the lead against Saudi, no? Oh, yes.
Yes. So Thailand scored their first goal of the competition after being eased to a loss in the last game. In our feature game, there is a substitution, so we'll jump temporarily to Jordan versus Japan. Jordan, who had such a good start against Indonesia. They penned back, but lots of positives for them to take from going 2-0 up against Indonesia.
Exactly. I mean, they started the game very well. They scored the first, they scored the second goal. But, you know, Indonesia, still Indonesia. They are the world champion. And, of course, they came back from a defeat against Georgia like that. It shows a very good mentality and top players.
I think those are the sort of stories that develop while we're here. You know, you can have all this experience and all these accolades, but once you are in this room representing your country, you don't know how you're going to deal with setbacks. You don't know how you're going to deal with the extra pressure. Indonesia, once again, are proving they can deal with that. But Jordan have shown us that, you know, they're not just here to make up the numbers.
Exactly, exactly. And also facing Japan, I mean, one of the very best teams in the tournament. It shows, believe me, if they get something from this game, probably we'll see them in the knockouts.
Well, here we have Indonesia versus Morocco. Indonesia, well, they'll be pleased enough. Italian corner, and they can be strong from these.
Of course, the pieces, I mean, they can definitely get something out of it, but they will need to play it and time it to the right player, so can either hit it directly to the goal or maybe pass it.
Ball comes into the centre, it's a short one. Perhaps too short, not the best corner in the world, but the ball is put back straight into the centre. Brazil clear eventually. I'm just looking at Etorito's heart rate. We saw in the last, in the desk, that it was really low. That was the turn again. The defender completely left going the wrong way. Buffon did what he could against Italy. It feels odd to say that, but you know, he has to play the game. Did what he could to turn that back, but the save maybe could be said was too central.